And go.
Welcome to Sunday nights. Welcome to the Salty Dragon Tavern. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and come watch us play some Dungeons and Dragons. I forgot to put my green screen up behind me. Doesn't matter.
Yes, you did.
You can see my computer behind me.
Hi,
RH. How are you, my friend? And how are you, Wakeful Acorn? All right.
Eraser?
The players, being that they are, came here late, and they're all now leveling their characters. So while they're leveling their characters, first and foremost, I'd like to say thank you to being so disorganised today to the person who got us the new camera, which is now showing on the 4 people in the bottom.
Jeez. We're actually clear.
It was also in part due to the fact that Christian was wearing an Iron Man shirt, and a big Iron Man fan last week.
Nice, nice.
I was going to say he's going through the Avengers one shirt
Yes.
at a time.
Yeah. Now I've got Doctor Strange.
Well, thank you for joining us, Wakeful Acorn. Hopefully we're not too shit.
Hashtag goddammit Kalan.
Maybe we should have, if we get the green screen working, just have like Iron Man walking through the scene.
Yeah, we could do that.
So
That's copyright.
Now you'll probably see in the lower screen that it's just got a green backing because we tried to get the green screen going, but it wasn't working as well as we thought it would. So where's Kalan? You didn't know, you goddammit.
Of course I know it's in.
what's an expertise?
That double proficiency to a skill.
Yeah, so they're going to have a few questions.
Aren't you taking a level 1 monk?
Anyway, let's go through a few things. As always, we try and advertise. Are you going to do that?
Can I?
Because I can.
Alright.
That's probably part of the reason why we're doing what we're doing.
Because you've been for the time jump, you've been training as a monk, so your level of monk would.
And I was going to say I was probably actually also
Your first month.
following along some of what he was showing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Alright. As always, we like to advertise all the LARPs that come and go in the grand country of Australia. So if you want to know about some of the LARPs that are happening, there is now just way too many for me to go through. So scroll down the bottom of Twitch and you will see that we've actually got all of the LARPs that we know of are linked in the bottom, and they got linked to their actual event pages themselves. From there you should be able to get all the information you need about how to book for your tickets and so on and so forth. So yeah, go down there. Soon we're going to look at doing some, getting some t-shirt sales and other stuff going for the channel and stuff. Some fun ones that we've just been thinking about.
If you have some good ideas, drop them in the chat as well.
I'm excited for these.
I'm
It's so
excited
nonsensical. It's gonna be great.
I'm definitely ordering a dolphin pop.
Dolphin pop. I'm gonna get the image of the Dense Impact one.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna have another T-shirt put together. That goes, what do you mean the mic's on?
So I had some ideas relating to that, but yeah.
Yeah, there's
Gaining permission.
There's a very topical shirt that I want to buy, but it's not going to happen.
Just so you're aware, my armor class is now 16, not
I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, cool.
Other news. Tuesday, of course, I am going to be doing another one of my table talks for the new year. Because it is actually New Year's Day. I have no idea who's coming for it. Because the people who said they will come might be too hungover and not come.
Why would I surprise me?
Well, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. So if like all of a sudden there's just like no one here,
They're all LARPers, right?
that's exactly
That
right.
explains everything.
And we're going to have a good old
Double
talk
LARPers.
about LARP.
Any particular topic?
Just stories.
Stories. Yep.
We're actually just going to do like a good old easy start off for the new year. Talk about stuff that happened during either quest or whatever LARP you've been to.
This is perfect because my store's shut on Tuesday, so I don't even have to be.
Yeah.
I hate you so much. Don't have to work on New Year's.
I do.
Mine's also closed.
Get a regular job. Get an intern job. I mean, what?
Hey, at least you get
Oh.
public holiday rates.
Can I plug
Yeah,
this?
he's salary.
Yeah, you suck.
You should do this actually. The calendar. The Viking calendar.
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
because it's getting close to the end of the.
Yep, so there was a Kickstarter which I was helping doing the photography from. and we had a lovely assistant model who came along at the very last minute.
Yeah, blew my tire twice on the way.
And blew a tire.
Oh, there is
Ah,
a
that-
very
that
good
was-
story to that.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, but I've heard
So
the
I
story.
think it's Midgarten or something is the name of the.
I can link in the chat.
Yeah. It's the calendar of the Norse gods. So there's 13 images. The funds there are going as a fundraising to get a full-time Viking village up and going in Victoria
That'd be so
for
cool.
educational purposes as well as keeping crafts alive and living history and all that sort of stuff. So it's quite an ambitious project, but they've been working on designing it for quite some time and have some good people to assist them. And yeah, I think there's about a week left in the Kickstarter.
Cool.
Have you notified the North? Because I'm pretty sure they will all buy one.
A couple of at least one person in the north is there, was in the calendar,
Yeah.
and he was oiled up like nothing else.
I have my suspicions as to who it was then.
There was one of the photos was the most. It was Oscar who was Loki, and it was the most homoerotic photo he had ever seen, and he was in it.
Oh yes, it's Rick then.
No, it was Geordie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll just break myself. I just have to pick a random Northie.
There are so many Northmen, it's hard to keep track.
No, but there is, however, the North calendar coming out.
I do have a photo somewhere of because Brett did a photo shoot around at my house, and there's a photo of him looking coquettish wearing a bubble wrap tutu.
She's got it. Everyone's asking for it. She's got it.
Pass the eraser down.
It's mine.
Please.
I
Throw
will
it at-
climb across this
It is
table.
mine. It's legitimately mine.
So yeah, for those who are new to the stream, thanks for Colin for coming and watching. Yeah, I've got idiots here, so just help me out here.
Come on, drag your chaos in.
Yes, get all the Chaos Boys to come watch.
Also, there was another topic for a table talk which was brought up, which might be good to have in the future, which was all the local LARP crafters
Yes.
to come in and talk about
There's,
the stuff that they're doing,
All of
and
them.
as many as can make it.
there are some
The-
fantastic crafts.
The people who make
Yeah.
items for the LARP
So
community.
say, how the hell are you going to fit them all in here?
Well,
How many of them can make it on a Tuesday
Are we
afternoon?
talking
Yeah.
physically or ego-wise?
salt, salt, salt.
I meant that in the lovingest way possible.
That was some dense impact right there.
Now I'm blushing.
The salt meter's going up the scale. Watch
I'm just
out.
waiting for the reactions on the screen.
Whoops.
Yeah, dense impact can be a new adjective.
I mean, Dense
Dense
Impact is the current name of Merberso group chat because it's changed. No one changed it back.
Does this mean I'm on full health again?
Stop asking stupid questions like that. Of course you are.
Well, restore my eraser.
It's like I'm
That's a lie.
briefing on Friday night at Soulcraft. Oh, so do we swap sides? We always swap sides. Why are you asking these
No,
questions?
the stupid question is not the stupid question that they're actually wanting to know the answer to. That's
What?
any sense.
What?
Yes, that was a stupid question.
That was a stupid statement.
They don't want to know if they need to swap sides. They want to know if it's the round in which they do swap sides.
Yeah, which is every round.
Yeah.
It's not every round.
It is every
Oh, they ask every round?
No, you swap every round.
Swap every quarter.
Every quarter.
Quarter.
Yeah, that's a round.
No, it's not.
No, a round is
No,
a
a round
particular
is
round of
like-
play.
No, I call that a point.
I, a marshal, call it a round.
All right.
I was so
While the party are busy finishing off their
Or starting.
leveling of their characters, it's not hugely important to get everything written down for your characters. It's probably the most important thing you want to get written down is just the hit points you have for the new level.
It's alright. No matter what my hit points are, I'm going to die in one hit.
Yeah.
So it's
Exactly.
1d8 plus constitution for monks. So
Yeah, so it's
10.
what's your constitution?
2, so 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, d8. What are we going averages? So
Yes, we're going averages.
so
Five.
5
Five.
plus constitution.
Mine was
7
very
points.
easy because
Yeah.
I just went for the ability
So,
scorch
Yeah.
upgrade, so I'm now 20 strength.
Yeah.
I've just had to
Dun,
cross
dun,
that
dun,
off.
dun.
I need
No, that one's 22.
Whereas I went for the invocation that gives me 2 attacks as a warlock,
Gross.
Mm.
only with summoned weapons.
Yep.
Oh dear.
All right.
What a novel.
The party have come to the seaside town in Lyonese called Summerport. Summerport is a big bustling town which is a massive port used variously throughout the area, and thus it's very, very busy at this time of the year. In fact, pretty much most of the time. They have come here to try and track down a death cult. And in doing so, they've come here, but they haven't managed to find many leads in that area so far. However, they have cordoned onto a few other people in the process of looking around. They have met, for lack of a better word, a Breton resistance against Mousillon. Whether it is a resistance or not is up for questioning, but this is what they have called it. They have met some of the people, and they've been helping them out so far. Go through a sewer run, clear out some monsters, and find a bag of shit. Literally.
Yeah. Throw your sword into.
Throw your sword into the shit.
Shit.
I got a bag.
In doing so, going through the sewers and clearing it out, helping out the underworld, the resistance of the Bretons, they have managed to sort of garner a bit of a friendship with the resistance. And in doing so, they've managed to sort of ask them to help them out, see if they can get some news or some evidence of what this death cult may be. In the meantime, they've decided to have a bit of a look around town and see the sights, per se, and which they have met various different individuals in different specialty shops to do their trade. They found an excellent blacksmith who was being helped out by a half-elf who were making very intricate weaponry, which Yorlan has taken a liking to, and they've become very good friends. And he has spent a little bit of time learning some of the trade of the smith. Various other people, like the druid, have decided to start utilising some of their abilities to grow plants in the area and help with the farmers on the outside of the city. Others have decided to take up the mantle of teaching the art of the warlock to some of the resistance members. Some have managed to find a Goliath, Gale, who is the alchemist and brewer, or one of the major ones in the town. And in doing so, have a nice little friendship there and a good old discussion and start learning a bit more of the trade there and putting a few things together. Hopefully the stream hasn't died off. Then there's another one who has managed to find himself a monk order, for lack of a better word, and started getting interested in what they were doing and learning from them. Another one who's been doing some tinkering, playing around with various clockwork mechanics and other bits and pieces that he can get his hands on. And finally the last one who has no idea what he's doing.
More training.
Training his boar.
Probably training his boar. He has now purchased a war boar, and is attempting to learn to ride it. So while they are waiting for the resistance to give them some information,
get some boar barding commissioned.
Should I?
Yeah.
Maybe.
while they were
Shiny polished pig charging into battle.
So while they've been doing all this type of stuff, a bit of time has passed, about a month, where they've been learning their trade or doing their thing, training their mounts, getting a cart built too, which is also on the cards. When who are the most likely person who would be that they probably know where he is? You guys probably purchase yourselves a bit more staying power at the inn.
Yeah.
You probably purchase yourselves a month, so we're going to take that money off at some point in time. And you wake up in the morning, you're sitting down in the tap room of the inn, and one of the Bretons come up into the inn and sees you all sitting down there and comes and approaches your table. How are you, my friends?
Good morning, good sir. Might we interest you in some bacon?
Some bacon sounds like a very good idea. I shall sit down and have some bacon with you.
Did Boris fail the training?
I was going to say, there are other pigs in town.
No.
That's every morning you eat bacon in front of Boris, just as a warning.
No, it toughens him up, makes him a harder boy.
But the entire time you're eating it, just you maintain eye contact with the pig. You're like,
This could be you.
swear to God.
Asserting dominance.
Again, reference Boris is the name of the boar that he is basically
It's
put together.
Boris.
Boris.
It's Boris.
My friends, it has been some time, unfortunately. We've been looking around as much as we can for the Xenofelt that you have been looking for. We have not had much success until now. We've only managed to get a whiff, per se, of some information about where they may be, but all we can find out with all the information we have is that they have been trafficking items through this place.
At that, my ears just immediately look up from what I'm doing. I've got my leather armor, because I no longer require it.
Yep.
I'm actually shredding it with a knife into thin strips of leather and storing the leather in the couch of holding, which I have previously cleaned out.
Are we all using the pouch of holding for communal goods? Is that the...
If you would like to, there's plenty of space.
Yeah.
But at
Do
the
you
moment,
trust Rayleigh enough to do that?
at the moment, I'm dumping strips of leather into it that I'm ripping from
That
my
is
gear.
handy.
What are they trafficking?
We have not been able to find out specifically what they've been tracking. Some of the items have been herbs of various types, some of them common, but they are used in such a way that they create bulk to distribute large quantities of whatever it is that they are putting together. The rarer stuff they have been able to hide easier, so we have not been able to find it. So there is a bit of a guess. This is what we're looking for. This is the best we've been able to come up with. But however, the shipments have been coming in by caravan, and they've been coming from Mousillon itself.
Where's that?
Mousillon is 2 territories west, and it is the capital of this country now.
So what you're saying is we should go there?
That is where the information tells me that it's being shipped from. That is as much as I know.
Is that the what they call the Black City?
The Black City, yes.
Do you know if there is another caravan coming in?
There is always caravans going in and out. Of the nature of people who are smuggling these things, we do not know.
Because if there was another smuggler one coming through, perhaps we can inspect the transport.
Guys,
You would like to be a gate guard?
if
No.
if we're
Customs inspector?
if we're leaving town
Closer to
soon,
bandit.
I want to show you guys
Check that because I
something.
got disconnected.
Yeah.
What?
Problem?
Keep going.
Guys, if we're leaving town
Have you
soon,
learned a new trick?
no, you know what I'm talking about.
Ah, yes, yes.
Rowan,
Yes.
sit. It's not a new trick. Old dog and all.
I'm only 263.
If I had the suggestion spell, I'd cast it on him and give him the suggestion to sit just to prove that it could be done.
Oh, that's a bit like that.
There we go. Bit of background noise. Because we're in a tavern.
Where in Mousillon?
The Black City. That is probably the most likely place it would come from.
No more specific information.
No, unfortunately.
District 9, perhaps, of the Black City? Is that the kind of information?
I do not have anything more than that. I do not have any. They do not have any transfer papers or anything like that. If that's what you're considering.
District 9 has lots of seafood. It's known for its prawns.
So, do I, as Rowan, know whether or not the front of the caravan is ready yet?
The front is, yes.
And how did my shopping list go that I gave you?
None of it yet.
What?
They've taken time to actually put all the.
Not even the beds?
I'll have the beds.
Yes. That's beds.
Actually, no, not even the beds. No, they don't have the beds. We haven't come to an agreement about the beds, right?
Oh, okay.
No. Your money that you've purchased for the caravan itself is just for the caravan and whatever's there.
Well, I gave you the list so you could give me a quote for how much that would all cost.
Yeah, that requires me to actually do that type of stuff.
Okay.
And he told us off for not being organised.
I really wanted those beds to be ready, but that's okay.
You have a book. You can look up how much things cost.
It's some weird stuff, man.
Yeah, he's got some really weird designs going.
Weird stuff. Anyway. So guys, you should all come with me down to the docks.
Okay.
For no reason.
For no reason. You
I
should
meant to
follow
be
me up
starting
my
work
room
soon,
for no
so-
reason.
It's alright.
I stand up.
It's past
I've
the
Yeah.
smithy.
stuffed the rest of my salvage
It's
leather.
fine, I can bring it to you later.
I've stuffed all my salvage leather into my bag, and I'm like, right then, let's go.
Yeah.
Who else is traveling with him?
I want him to come to my room for no reason.
Alright.
Me?
Me.
Okay.
I figure my character's Amber's probably already at the brewery because they start really early in the morning.
And I finish really late at night.
And
No, they drink till really late at night.
They finish really late at night.
okay, so before leaving for the docks, I'll go with Antoine to his room.
There's no reason.
I just sort of roll my eyes and I head off down to the
Really?
smithy.
I just wanted you to come to my room for no reason. It's a joke.
I don't get it. I apologize that I cannot get more information for you. It has been very hard to. They've been very good at keeping it low key, and I have not been able to find out much more than just ingredients coming through that we suspect may be related to what you're looking for.
Do they take any particular path into town, or is it?
We have not seen them themselves. You're making an assumption. We've seen them. We've just gotten evidence that some items have been smuggling.
Do you know who is taking possession of them inside the city here?
It has changed from different people. It looks like they have external contacts for pickup.
How many people?
It's only been the one that we have managed to apprehend. And it is from them that we've learned that they are a hired hand of someone that they do not contact. And they are given a certain amount of money at a certain point of time. It is a trust thing. They do not get the money straight away. And they are just delivering packages through town. And they go to different ships.
Where is the man?
He is staying at the Blue Barracuda.
No, the one you caught.
Yes, he's staying at the Blue Barracuda.
Do you know where his next pickup was supposed to be?
We got him at the end of his last pickup, so he does not have another one at this present moment of time.
How does he... Do you know how he finds out how he gets where to go?
As far as I know, he gets given a message of magic of some type that he's basically just told. He wakes up one morning and then a message is delivered to him.
That's a spell.
Yes. It's got a message.
I was explaining because you don't know magic.
We could wait for him, but then he would be able to get another message, but then he would be able to communicate. Plus his cover's already probably blown now that he's been pulled in by the predators, so there's not much point. We're not going to get any more information out of him.
So the docks.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
the
let
dogs,
us go to the docks for no reason.
So go to the door.
Come, Boris.
Go to the door.
Just writing him.
It makes me feel powerful. More powerful.
Do you insist on having a boar in your room? I just feel like
He's not going to have the boar in his room.
I just feel like he would refuse to let it stay in the stables, and no, it stays in my room with me.
I mean,
No.
he's not Rowan.
No.
You're right.
It's just you like spooning with a ball.
What?
You spooning with a boy in your bed?
Yes.
For no reason.
It keeps me warm at night.
There is a couple of different couriers in the city. From what I've gathered from questioning him, he said that they are not to a specific group. The couriers who have delivered these packages do not know what they are delivering, and they contacted out of the blue. And they've considered it a very simple delivery task that they've been doing it, and they've been getting paid. From what I've found out, the gentlemen who have been contacted, who I do not know who they are, have done it a few times, and thus a trust has been established with those who have done it in the past. And I believe that the man that we apprehended was his first time, and I think that's what made it easy to apprehend him, because he wasn't quite 100% sure.
Can I make a perception check for the inn to see if anyone seems particularly interested in us or the Breton talking to us?
Roll perception or?
Low. It's 11.
It does not appear that there's anyone here who's listening in on a conversation or anything like that, or out of the ordinary they haven't seen already in the inn. Especially over the last month, it's been mostly the same people you've been seeing. But beyond that, because it was his first time amongst the group of people that contacted. He made a few mistakes that made it easy for us to apprehend him. We talked to him. He got us the information about how he was contacted and that others have been contacted in the past. And we just deliver packages of which they do not know.
It seems that we have two choices. We can intercept these caravans on the road in your bandit style for no reason, and or we could perhaps sign up as couriers.
I think the interception gives less chance for us to be compromised. Also, in entirely unrelated sort of things, I've been watching my housemates play Red Dead Redemption 2.
You want some chase scenes?
I want to get on some horses, put on some masks, and rob a stagecoach. Does anyone have a problem with that?
Yes, I've got a pig.
I am not here.
I can just fly.
I'm actually considering taking the fly spell.
It's very powerful.
Mm.
Go as well with Spiderfly.
It's also whether there's a couple of good ones I can choose, so I might not have it selected.
Yes, one of those. So many spells. So many
Gaseous
spells.
form, turn into a dust storm, and yeah.
Mm.
End up as a big fish. Yeah.
We'll just get dispel magic for when shit goes down.
But do you have any other questions that I may be able to answer?
No.
How are you?
Thank you, Rowan. I am very good.
Yes.
So,
Oh, dear.
has he sort of caught on that Rowan's a little bit socially inept yet? So, yeah.
You guys probably
So
talk
he's
every
starting
once in a
to understand us now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good. Don't need to cover that.
Can you just read out what you've written? Because I think the audience will find it funny.
The first note is Antoine is not funny. Second note is people respond well to asking about their day. Confirmed.
Antoine has also told you to say only hello.
Well, you're not funny.
It wasn't about being funny.
Funny,
That was
haha!
over a month ago.
What?
That was over a month.
And he's been ignoring
And every
it
now
a
and
lot.
then, when he pipes up and says something stupid, I'm like, Rowan, what did I say? He's like, hello.
He does remember.
Alright, so what are you doing?
Let's go to the docks.
So you're gonna say let's go to the dark side? I don't know why.
They have cooking.
You're already there, yeah.
We are Metal Herbos Incorporated. I think we're already in the dark side, yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Isn't the brewery where Amber's working in the docks as well?
Yeah,
Yes.
near the docks, yeah.
Okay,
She's on the other side of the dock side.
that's okay. It's perfectly fine.
I've just gone to the smithy and I'm working.
Okay, let us go
Right,
to the dogs.
so you're heading off to the smith, you're headed off to doing your brewing stuff. But the rest of you guys,
Oh, never mind. I'll ask him to break. It's fine.
tinkering, so you're going off tinkering. So who's actually going to go with Rowan?
I'll follow him.
Alright, so 4 of you guys. Sweet. Alright, so you guys head off back down to the south part of town. Completely forgotten names. Brain's going out the window at the moment.
He was a Texan, the guy who was.
No, not the Texan guy.
Oh.
No, I knew about that. The guy you're actually going to see. I'm just the guy you're currently talking to before he's saying goodbye. I shall see you again at some time, I suppose.
Was that the Enzo that we're meeting? Or was
No, this is not Enzo. This is the other guy.
Au revoir, mon
Enzo.
ami.
This is got it written down somewhere.
That's a strange name for a Breton.
Yeah.
It's no worse than any of
While
the
you do
others.
that, I'm going to quickly go get the second half of my dinner. And my notebook. 'Cause I forgot.
You're knocking the camera, yes.
I knocked nothing.
Fade to black.
Fade to black.
Fade to plate.
Ludovic.
End up in
Ludovic.
both cameras.
Ludovic says goodbye. Not in the third person.
Oh, look at the focus.
Can you pass this down to me? 'Cause it's mine.
Yeah, because I
Alright, you guys head off to
went down
the south of the city. Head to the docks and you head to the wheelwright, cartwright, shipwright.
Yeah.
The right.
The right.
The Wright brothers.
The gilded carriage.
The Wright brothers.
Now, I like to think
It was actually founded by 2
Rowan.
Romans, but they went out of business because they couldn't make a wine.
I like to think Rowan's quite excited about this and has set up a Pimp My Ride-esque reveal. So,
I'll help with that.
yeah.
I'm not impressed.
As it's have it set up out the back, and then
Yeah.
when you bring it around the front, I'll have the reveal for you then.
Yeah, okay. So I assume this time I've also bought 2 horses, like 2 draft horses to pull it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just got a new spell that can help.
Oh, nice.
I got Major Image.
Cool.
So it can cover a 20-foot cube,
That's big enough.
which should be big enough to.
What is it?
It's an illusion spell, 3rd level illusion, Major Image.
Sweet.
And so it can be sort of covered in like fog as this fog cloud comes out and then slowly.
Nice
Ah,
square
it's
block
fine.
of bulk.
Well,
That's
okay,
magical.
so it's already paid for, and the same with the horses. So I've gone to the back, jumped into the carriage and said, "Okay, girls, time to shine."
Well, as you can see, the cart's being put together for you. Looking beauty, looking fine. I said so good job myself.
It's perfect.
It's going to take some time to get all the carts up and running, but we'll get them done in time at some point in time.
And you can see down the side it's got Caterpillar.
No, I'm not calling it the caterpillar.
That's what my note said. If not, he'd prestidigitation put it inside.
It looks okay.
Okay, so like, write it out. It's gorgeous. It's got. It looks like
It's got 4 wheels and a cut.
it's got 4 wheels, and it looks like this on the inside.
It's a bit cramped, but yes.
Yes, I drew it this way for convenience, but yes, you got like nice cupboard area. The bottom is a boat pulled by 2 horses.
The
And like,
bottom isn't quite a boat per se.
what did they do?
You've made the druid angry.
What did they
You wouldn't
do?
like him when he's angry.
To ruin my creative vision.
More flat like a barge.
Yes.
Ah,
So it is waterproof.
Yes.
I'm okay with that. Okay,
It still floats.
so
It's still
only
float,
really the first
it
one
will
that you need
float to a
proper-
certain degree.
It'll float more than the horses will.
Yes.
they don't need to float.
That's fine. We're just going to get a whole bunch of like wineskins and have them as like flotation bladders.
So it might not handle rapids or the open ocean or something.
Correct.
But aside from that, it's
It's not like, yeah, if you're going through like swampy lands or something like that, and you're going through some low marshlands or some
Uprivers.
uprivers or something like that,
it's
yeah.
still pretty damn
It's
good.
still pretty dang good. It'll do the trick.
Up
Yeah.
rivers, down rivers.
Okay. So I say, ta-da! It's for us to travel in.
It looks a bit tiny.
Prestidigitation.
Rowan, how much did this cost?
200 gold.
I'm alright with that. I was about to say, if you said like 2,000, the amount of weapons we could get for that, but probably keep us alive for longer. But 200 gold, that's okay.
This is for us to sleep in.
All
If
of
you are
us.
not interested in it, you can always sleep out under a tree.
No. At 200 gold, I'm quite happy with
Now
it.
this one is not big enough to realistically fit 7 of you in there.
It can
It's fine. 2
it
people
can
have to
fit
shift.
those who
Watch
would
anyway.
who are supporting your vision from the beginning.
What's the what's the interior area?
Because all
it's
the
about 2.5 dwarves.
yeah.
Like in feet for like square purposes.
2.5 dwarves.
It's something like,
like a
5
crappy
feet
sitcom.
wide and 8 or 9 feet long.
2.5 dwarves is about 10 feet.
I can figure this out.
Is it strong enough for bunks?
Uh-oh, I'm so
Yes.
sorry. I hit the camera.
Or like, I assume it's tall enough for like perhaps like ground level bed and then 2 hammocks, like
Something like that, yeah, yeah.
on each side.
Yeah. So you could probably fit like 4 or 5 people in it.
There it is.
It'll be fine. It's much better than sleeping out in the open.
You're a druid.
For them, but for me, it's just like
If you
a
can
thing
fit
to
2
travel.
beds in the bottom and 2 sets of bunks, then that's 6,
Yeah,
and you can
6.
just sleep outside.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's not with the bed designs you had in mind. You couldn't fit them all in. So it's you can fit all 6 people in there, yes. A little bit of a tight fit, but yeah, generally it's alright.
I've had to make some
I
compromises.
like
due to
the
practicality.
barbarian and the paladin count as one combined.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I can sleep
We
inside
need
a
that
trunk.
tiny
I don't
hut
need a
spell.
bed.
Lemons,
Yeah,
tiny.
we need that,
Limit
cast
that
that
high.
on the top of like literally just a flat bed thing, and
It's-
then just a spell permanency.
It's
there.
not
Oh,
a
it's
spell.
fine. We just put Rayleigh in the bag of holding with a long straw. It's right as a snorkel.
I slowly draw a knife.
So
Come on, Trevor.
you should all climb aboard.
Yeah,
We're going for a ride.
character.
You should be eating your food before the
We're
stream
going
because you know you're
to
going
the
to choke on
brewery
it from
to
the
see
laughter.
Amber.
I'm stuck.
I'm
That's
rather
alright.
I sprayed tomatoes on bread.
What?
She sprayed tomato sauce from laughing.
And then she's about to choke on it.
Oh no.
You know what they say about,
You're so charming, Alice.
you know what they say about
You know,
choking
the
on
female of the group, you figured you to be some sort of charm. No.
So
I fit in with everyone else.
So
I was going to say,
Okay,
who's the
well,
most
she's
ladylike in the group?
She's
It's not
dignity,
Alice.
she's grace, sauce explodes out of her face.
That's a new shirt idea.
Write it down.
I've never listed anymore.
The list
So-
is at home on my desk. I found it.
while you guys are going to get Amber, I'll go and get Yorlin.
okay.
Oh damn it.
To fetch them for the cart.
Yes.
Or we're leaving, aren't we? Or-
No, but I want to show people what I did.
Is this it?
Yeah.
I thought it was bigger.
Yeah, me too.
The planners, they
thought
did
it
not
was
have the
bigger.
resources to, or we did not have the time to get further caterpillar components created.
Please don't call it that.
It's fine, you can grow out something else. And whoever has the highest charisma will be the one which other people will listen to.
I resent that you're right.
Do you not like
Here's the funny thing.
Rowan?
This character's charisma score is 3 times your character's charisma score.
Yes, dear. Okay, so
That's
those
terrifying.
who want to ride, which I'm guessing is just a minute because you're just gonna be on your board the whole time.
We?
So you can like jump in alongside me. So like we're both in the
Yeah.
front seat. Yeah, I'm gonna ride off to the brewery.
I summon up a crossbow just so I can be sitting there with the.
Well, the last month that we've been fixing this particular card up and doing all the other bits and modifications to this thing, we've also making sure we got the horses right for it. And I'm getting used to pulling this thing. Would you like to take her out for a drive?
Yes!
I need to get the enlarged spell now. Because that'll make it double in size.
And
Or
I've already
depending
paid
on what
for
the duration
it.
is, it's like
I
you have
paid
30
before.
seconds to
Yep.
get out of this.
So
It's only
mine.
1 minute, I just read that.
Well, if you want, you can take it out the back here and have a bit of a walk around with it.
Yes, please!
Alright, it basically has got like a side entrance on the wall to the outside of the city itself. It's a smaller entrance, but still big enough for the fact that you can get the cart in and out. It is a locked back door per se, but they unlock it and open it up and there you go, son, have a go.
Thank you? Is that how I say that? Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you!
That is how you say thank you. And also why and when.
Yeah, well, you got your cart and you got your horses on.
So, I need to name the horse at some stage, but that's fine. I'm gonna.
It is simple. 1 and 2. It teaches them that they are replaceable.
We'll workshop it.
Call them 2 and 3. Don't tell them what happened to 1.
Actually, no. I will ask the horses their names.
Don't give a shit.
It's fine.
One's called Hay, the other's called You. Hay's the fat one.
I ride off to Amber's workplace.
Oh god, I did it
You
again.
did it again. Stop knocking the camera! Jesus!
Maybe move
So
your
bad
laptop away
tonight.
from
It
the
looks green on the bottom screen.
Because it is
It
green.
is. The green screen
Chris,
tech's not
congrats.
working.
Oh, it's not working.
No,
Not for the bottom screen at the moment.
Okay.
We'll fix it later.
like
Alright, we're in a nice chapel.
It's supposed to be a tavern.
Okay, I can't see it properly.
I
from the
will.
single.
You can't see the
There was just a
there are
shake.
cables below you guys.
I will pull up outside the brewery and use a druidcraft to make like a. What animal makes the best like foghorn sound?
An elephant.
Yes, I'll make it go. I'll make like an elephant trumpeting as arriving.
Or maybe
So I'm like,
a whale. Or a whale.
let's pull up outside.
What have I
He's never seen an elephant, but he knows what it sounds like.
Exactly.
At least it
fine.
wasn't a novelty horn.
we keep one in the trunk.
Amber, come outside.
Do I hear him?
Are you, I don't know. They haven't fetched you yet, have you?
We need to have a dedicated illusion or like sound making spell just goes bam bam ba da 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 bam bam bam.
Yes. Yes, please. Somebody
Yeah,
make it so.
Maybe the artificer can make it for you.
Perhaps, yeah.
And maybe also
Prestidigitation can make sounds, Ken?
Alright. So you've gone off to go fetch your one, so it's going to take a little bit of time for that to happen. You'll head off to fetch Amber. So it's basically you two with the cart currently having a bit of a ride around and thinking of all the different modifications you can do to it, like, you know, spinners and shit.
And a permanent fairy fire spell underneath.
As long as it's purple.
Yes, as long as it's purple.
A
Meanwhile,
purple
I'm
fairy
just
fire at
thinking-
the bottom of the cart.
Meanwhile, I'm just thinking, how do I fit knives to the wheels?
Spinners.
Have you never seen chariots?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
you can
wacky
either really high
races.
shot
I
into
could
it, or you
build
can see it
retractable
really low.
blades for it.
Wacky races.
Or
Captain Caveman!
Or Carmageddon.
Yes. So the two of us will ride off to the brewery.
You ride off to the brewery through the streets?
Yes.
Alright, you do that.
We're outside.
I don't really trust that the the elephant trumpet sound is going to work. So I'm going to ask one of the people. Can I see workers around?
Yeah, there's like workers around.
They're coming and going and saying, "Excuse me, could you get the dwarf for us? Amber, the dwarf. You'd know her if you've seen her."
My
All right,
perception
yeah,
was
right,
8,
yeah.
so I clearly didn't need it.
Yeah, all right, we'll go get her. A few minutes pass. Some people come up to you in your little workshop area down the back there. There's a gentleman who's come here to see you. He's got a cart with spinners and this purple fairy light underneath.
Yes!
Alright then, I guess I'll go and see who they are.
Even if you didn't know them, you'd probably still go and see who they are.
Yeah,
Who's the for eye,
it looks
yeah.
like one of them looks like he's from like the 9 deserts or something like that, and the other one looks like Scruffy.
Oh, yeah, they're my friends. I know them.
Oh,
Alright.
there you go. There is that.
Unfortunately.
Alright then, I guess I'll go and see them. Let them know I'll be there in a moment. And she's gonna go back and finish what she's doing and then...
So they think I'm
Should
some
we-
fucking
that-
messenger service.
That post over there on the corner of the wagon, should we wrap rope around that so when you're in cat form you can use it as scratching post?
That's a good idea. Very good idea, in fact. I like that.
Yeah, she said she'd be here in a minute. I don't know why I'm delivering this message like I'm a messenger.
Do you have any samples for sale?
I'm just a person in the street who asked to go deliver a message.
Do you not work here?
Well, I lift stuff here and there, but I don't do any of the sales.
Do you know if they have sales here?
Of course they do.
Grand sale, grand sale.
You probably want to talk to the large gentleman known as Gale.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Gale Force. Gale Wind.
Have you joined us yet, Alan?
Gale Edward.
Gale Force Edward.
No, it should be called Gale Warning.
No, sorry, Edward.
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 Eduardo.
Eduardo Dudo.
His name is Gale Edwide.
Gale Wind.
Okay.
So we hang around for a few more minutes and then
Yes.
Amber turns up.
Yep.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I take my sweet ass time.
Yes,
Busy.
half an hour later.
Yeah.
I'll just finish this one thing, and then this one thing, and then this one other thing.
But you know, she probably got distracted and kind of forgot for a minute. And was like, oh shit, yeah, I was supposed to be doing that thing. Whoopsie. I was like, yeah.
I'm outside, and Rowan is so happy for you to see. He's like, Amber, look what I did! Look what I did!
I'd be
What is
standing.
it?
I'd be standing behind him, going.
I told you I'd build this, and I've started now.
Oh, it's your designs, your plans. You made it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Your caterpillar?
Actually, I just realised we need to be really, really fucking careful. This is exactly how supervillains start. Socially awkward, don't fit into society, massively powered in ways that other people aren't, misunderstood, creating super weapons. Like,
Rowan's gonna
we are
become a
playing
supervillain.
through your tragic backstory. I'm fine with this, by the way.
Soon a lady will have a top hat and a mustache.
It took a while to do this.
Oh dear. Well, I suppose this would make our travels a lot easier.
Yeah, we can all sleep inside.
Once there is a second one of these, we can have a proper brewery to travel with us.
Oh, that would be nice. Yes, I do like
The
that.
second
idea.
one's gonna be a greenhouse.
That's understood.
Of plants that can be made into alcohol.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of Rowan, I have some things for you to try.
Really?
And
Which one is going to be soundproofed? For the dwarf to sleep.
None of them.
yeah, for the dwarf to sleep in. Oh yeah.
I've said it before. Bag of holding, long snorkel.
Not sure that'd help.
We won't hear him snoring if he's in another dimension.
Not me, I'm
No,
talking
me.
about her.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yes.
We won't hear you snoring.
My character is more likely to go, maybe.
I'm going to assume that at some point I've taken a sample of the goodberry brew that was at the brewery.
Yep.
And I'm going to hand that over to Robin.
He drinks it with gusto.
And it's very nice. It's very nice.
It's very reminiscent of my own good berries.
It is very reminiscent of your good berries, yes.
It's like fruit Alexia.
This is lovely. Where did he get his berries?
I'm not sure. I haven't
Yeah, when she actually passed it over to you, it's in like a silver bag. Silver wineskin.
Yeah, because I didn't have any. But actually, I have a lot of flasks, but that's not the point.
I'm sure he looks extremely dignified as he's trying to drink from this thing.
It's a silver wine
outside
sack.
the brewery.
It's a silver wine sack.
Okay.
Oh, it is fine. It is probably 1% mithril.
That's very fancy.
Do I actually know where he acquires it from?
The brew.
good berries for the brew?
It just gets druids to come in, or whoever needs to cast it for him. He gets them in every once in a while, gets them to cast their spells into it, and then
Are
creates
they
the
traveling
brew.
druids or?
Some local druids come in, like you probably
Rangers
see.
and some clerics get access to it.
Yeah, you see a couple of faces you start to recognise after you've been there for a month. And yeah, they just cast their spells and be on their way.
Gale has some connections. I could get you to meet them if you like.
Ooh, okay.
I know some people.
Okay. Where is he?
Does he? Can
He's
he
busy.
make any of the 9 deserts liqueur?
I believe so. Wait, there was
It
some,
is
wasn't there? You don't remember.
It's actually a thing that Shang used to do at Quest. So I think it's like Contro and vodka. You sip it, swill it around your mouth, and then swallow it and breathe in through the thing. Yeah,
So like any spirit.
but yeah, it's part of Althean law.
I'd say yes.
I should have to purchase something.
I think Gale's busy at the moment, but I can go and find him.
Surely there'd be someone else who can handle the transactions.
Probably. But you want to meet Gale?
Yes.
Is he the giant you were talking about?
Yes.
Ah.
I've been waiting for you guys to come and visit me here the whole time. I've been very busy and working on some awesome things.
We're horrible.
You have not visited me as I tried to get some reprehensible Bretons into a fighting force.
Well, I've been busy working.
Exactly.
Okay, fair point.
After all, do you hear the people singing the song of angry men?
No, but there's a lot of hiccuping that goes on around here.
It is the music of the people who will not be slaves again.
Do you go in to the
Yeah, I'll go and
brewery?
see if I can find Kate.
Red.
It's not hard to find him. He's like standing. He's probably just standing out in the main area where you first met him, and he's just organising people, left, right, and centre, doing what he does almost on a daily basis. You go there, make sure that's going, blah blah blah. He does that on a regular basis, and he's got that loud booming voice. It's like if it's to you, it's no longer loud and booming. It's kind of like you've gotten used.
Never was loud and booming.
You got it.
Fair.
You got used to it anyway.
Yeah.
Can we just say that he sounds like Brian Blessed?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Who is Brian Blessed?
If you don't know who Brian Blessed is, you need to be educated one day.
During the intermission, you'll find out who Brian Blessed is.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
He's also an amazing individual.
He is. He's pretty cool.
Hello.
Ha! How are you, friend?
You're awfully loud.
Am I? I never thought I was. Am I loud, Amber?
My ears are very
Oh,
sensitive.
really? No louder than you are any other day.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Hi.
And who are you, my friend?
I'm Rowan.
These are my friends.
Ah, the scruffy druid. How are you?
Is that what people call me?
That is what I've been informed of from Amber.
Hey, I did not say. Well, I might have mentioned that he was a bit scruffy. But only.
He's pouring over notes and it's like, first meeting, handshake.
You see this big, giant, meaty Goliath hand come out and engulf your hand, and she shakes it thoroughly. Ha! That is a good shake, my friend, for a half-elf.
I'm a wood elf.
For a wood elf?
Or whatever you are.
Now, question.
Yes!
No, to Tim.
Yes!
In the month I've been enriching local farms with my magic, have I seen many vineyards?
Really, what, sorry?
Many vineyards.
Yes.
Okay, so I will say to Gale, do you source grapes from around here?
Of course! The local grapes in this place are very good.
You're welcome.
I have not seen you deliver such grapes, nor have I seen your name on a farm.
Wait until harvest.
Rowan, you're being really cryptic.
He has been assisting the vintners with their crop this year.
Ha!
You will notice a distinct improvement.
All the farms around here should make twice as much food.
Then you are a druid, if I am not mistaken. Excellent!
Either that or everything would taste like shit.
And if I'm not mistaken,
Everything will taste like
by your accent, you are the man from the 9 deserts.
That is correct. I am Amir bin Turan bin Gul.
Amir bin Gul.
Bin Turan bin Gul.
Bin Amir.
Amir the Ghoul.
Amir the Gul.
That could be a new name.
The ghoul.
I mean, it's fitting.
Yeah.
Is this?
I've heard
We do need
some.
to get into another arena fight.
I've heard some interesting stories about you, my friend, including the inability to jump over a wall.
And that's where Amber just laughs her ass off. Ah! Yes! Ha ha! They were some good times.
Some people can jump over walls, some people can ride porpoises.
She has told us about the porpoises and the dolphins, though they are the same thing. They're interesting stories, but she was a bit sad at the outcome of that particular scenario.
Oh yes, Amber. You need to meet our horses. They'll be wonderful for you to learn how to handle animals.
Oh. I'm not sure we should. Maybe, I don't know. My last experience with the animals haven't been that great.
But they're ours now.
These horses are 3 times the size of you, so they will not be hurt by you.
I mean...
I cannot guarantee the other way around.
But I am a busy man. Can I help you at all?
I wanted to meet you because she said so.
He was very impressed by your goodberry brew.
Yes.
Would you like to give a hand in the brew?
Sure.
Come with me, good friend.
Okay.
Come, takes you out the back.
Is he like the Willy Wonka of alcohol?
Come with me.
Yes.
Come with me.
A state of pure inebriation.
I wrote part of that song 2 weeks ago,
Or an
actually.
Oompa
She's probably
Yes,
not
come
good.
with me, and you'll be swimming in a vat of sweet intoxication.
You guys already wrote that?
I wrote that 2 weeks ago.
And coming to a stream near you next year, we will be having a musical episode.
Oh, you so want to do a musical episode, don't you?
I so don't.
I know
That's
you
fine,
don't.
we just won't tell you when it's going to be. You'll be the one person who doesn't have to sing.
It'll be every time.
But you'll have
everyone
to
sings
cure the
turns to
curse
him.
of all the rest of us.
What he'll be the equivalent
That's
person
awesome.
with a triangle.
No, he just has to rap it.
Yes,
Oh, he'll be a mumble rapper. We'll get a text to cover with tattoos all over his face.
So we're tattooed then.
I have work on Mondays.
Even better! To go like get to work the next day, goes, why has your face got like black marks all over it?
Fuck
I
bitches.
did
get
a.
money.
So I go into the back.
You go into the back. Ah, my friend. I have a brew, a new one starting up right here. Please, by all means, cast as many good berries as you can.
All of them?
If you can, if you're willing to part with your spells, yes.
Okay.
That's a lot of spell slots.
I could dump all 10 of my spell slots, but I'm not going to. I'll cast 2. So, 20 good berries.
Ha ha! That is a lot of good berries, my friend. But we could do more.
Yes, perhaps we could encourage him by a transaction of goods in exchange for services.
But of course, my friend, that is the way it always works.
Deserts liqueur.
9 deserts liqueur. I may have some of that sitting in the back. Yes, yes I do. Consider it done.
Now you just have to convince him to do it.
There's no like larger quantity of good berries for casting the spell at a higher level, but I technically still can if I wanted to hang on to different spells. It's okay. I'll give him another spell slot worth, so 10 more.
Ah ha ha! Excellent, excellent.
I don't want to run out of spells just in case we get into a fight.
That's right.
It is fine, you'll be safe. I am here to protect you.
Okay.
But don't worry, I'm here too.
Yes.
I'll always keep you safe. You know that.
Ish.
I shall nominate this as the Rowan Brew.
I told you he was awesome.
Ha ha ha! It's good to see the smile on your face. You'll be very proud. It takes roughly 3 months for this to mature.
Oh, is that all?
Yes.
You've got it refined down to an art.
It is better than some of the taverns. I believe they have a 3-day brew that will...
They do, my friend. It is not very good unless you like vinegar.
Oh no, it does not taste like vinegar. It tastes like paint stripper.
I do like vinegar.
If I knew what the paint stripper was, then yes, I guess it would.
I have met someone.
It tastes like something burning.
Pants stripper.
Oh yes, that is
Ha ha!
Had
Now,
material that you can tear apart and put back together.
liqueur, you say? I have a fair bit of this. We shall drink. Come with me. He takes you to another back room, which is kind of like a private room, which you know all about it. So
I probably followed these guys and I'm drinking along the way anyway.
And you come into the back room and you see like kind of like a private bar. And you've got a whole heap of different stuff. And you immediately go to the back of the bar and you can easily see this bar set up for his size. So as you guys sort of like rock up to it, it's kind of like...
It's like the kids climbing into
Yeah.
the adult chair.
Oh wait. But there's also like a step ladder thing next
Yes,
to
yeah,
it, which
exactly
I
right,
step
yeah.
up onto.
Yeah, it's actually a 2-tier bar. So you can just like walk up into the first tier.
I'll go onto the mezzanine level.
Yes. Ha! Drinks, my friend. Who would like some of this liqueur?
Of course.
Yes, please.
You know I'm always down for a drink.
There we go, my friends.
One of the things I did want to do in the intervening time is get some proper 9 Deserts coffee.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Kind of like Turkish kind of coffee, like a really bitter but strong coffee.
Yeah, really.
I was
sort of
gonna
strong.
say also at some point we would have made like a coffee liqueur.
Probably.
Just for funsies.
It's about 3/4 liquid and 1/4 sludge.
It's delicious.
It is.
If taken in sufficient quantities,
I'll
it'll
teach
block
you
you
how
up
to
for a week.
Huh?
It's like concrete for your intestines.
Yes.
Doesn't coffee usually
Now, my friends, do you know how to drink this drink? No, it is not as simple as that.
Oh.
Perhaps the man from the 9 Deserts can explain it. His hometown, his home country.
Sip, swirl, breathe. It is not a.
Swishes. Breathe.
It is not a flip back.
It is not a skull sort of drink. You have it in a good quantity.
No skulls were sacrificed in the making of this alcohol.
Depends on how traditional you go. You take the thing.
I do exactly
You have the bottle of
what he does, like to the best of my ability. But I don't have a glass.
You have an ability to mimic people?
No.
Oh. Oh, to the best of your ability. I thought
Yes.
you said that
Yeah.
because that's my ability.
No.
What?
To the best of my ability, I
That
try
would be
and
cool,
He
wouldn't
has
it?
to mimic people. He's,
I
There
love
is
gumshoes,
yeah.
so I can't
the kenku.
live with this
Can I mimic
Yeah,
correctly?
yeah.
So, you take the drink.
And you feel the burn of the liqueur sort of come in as you swirl it in your mouth and then you do the breathe in. It's a good burn.
And it's the sugary sort of sweetness as well comes through.
Conchecks for all three who make a drink.
For me as well?
Yes. You get advantage on those.
Oh no, I'm just checking. Woo!
Did you
Oh,
roll
no.
a 1?
You're on
6.
4.
Con.
So 4 plus
8.
6.
23.
You're fine.
I know I'm fine.
It reminds me of home.
You two have realised that this particular brew that you've actually had a drink of is really strong. Like this is a well refined. This is probably some of the best of this particular type
Triple
of drink.
distilled.
Yeah, triple distilled, and it goes to your head very quickly. Now you're a little bit tipsy. No, you're not like super drunk or anything like that, but you're a little bit tipsy and you're enjoying yourself.
The trick with this, it needs to be chilled to just the right temperature.
Really?
And I'll chill everyone's drink.
Good, yes. Ha ha ha! Ha! Ah! I love this drink. I rolled a natural 20. I am not I'm fine with this drink.
Oh God. I'm sure at some stage in humanoid society you're taught to don't drink and drive. Ron has not learned this lesson.
No, you just. Hey, horse. Take me home.
To the place where I'm
It takes you back to the wheelwrights that go
That's what we can call them, cab and Uber.
Oh no.
Taxi over.
As long as it's not Uber and Mensch.
Why not? Element is great.
No, it's not.
Inappropriate.
Are you a betting man?
A betting man? It depends on what it is you are wanting to bet.
There is a game called darts.
Darts.
This didn't end well last time.
There is a variation like that.
Sorry.
But instead of darts, you have knives.
Of course, knife throwing.
The challenge is each of us takes turns. I'll start throwing. You start as the target. You put your hand on the wall. I have to get the knife as close to your hand without hitting your hand. The first person to hit someone's hand loses. The first person to move their hand or refuse to take part loses. Are you a betting man?
The question is, my friend, do I get to go first?
Yes.
And what is it that we are betting on?
What would you like?
What have you got to offer me in such a bet?
Rowan.
In pickle?
Can I interest you in a caterpillar? You don't like the name anyway.
Just the
It's
rest
still mine.
The rest of
I paid
Rowan's
for
spell
it.
slots. The rest of Rowan's spell
Oh
slots.
God. No. I need those to live.
I have
shit.
a.
Again, I'm sorry. You put it at my feet.
It's been in the same place it's always been.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to start calling you Amber the Earthquake Iron Fist. I have a potion here of healing. Perhaps that is something slightly different and unusual.
Is this your name?
And how much do you want me to put in for it as a replacement?
What is the best bottle of alcohol that you have?
That's why I can't go pieces.
Oh, I just sold it to one of the pubs in town.
Perhaps the brew that we are currently drinking the rest of.
That is suitable, yes.
All right. So you put your hand up. I throw a dagger at it. If I hit hand, I lose. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Impale.
Okay.
I have an unfortunate news for you, my friend. Daggers are too small. I have to throw a short sword.
I was expecting hand axe.
At least it
Are you ready?
wasn't a broadsword.
Like just as he like goes to take his position, I say, "You'll be fine." Clap you on the shoulder and cast Enhance Ability. So for the next hour, you have advantage on Dex.
Okay, they won't affect attack rolls, but it'll be dex skill checks.
I mean,
Dexterity is throwing, isn't it?
yeah. So
Yeah, but
But it's still an attack roll, which is not an.
there's three types of rolls. There's saves, there's ability checks, which are skill checks, and there's attack rolls.
Right.
I looked at the same thing. Because I can Hex can give someone disadvantage on ability checks.
I'm just going to make sure.
I've got True Strike.
I was
it's
going to
fine.
say, he's got true strike.
Okay, good.
Is that one
It's not you throwing that I'm worried about, it's...
It's Tim throwing a short sword and hitting you. in the
Oh,
head.
you know what you need to get? Minor illusion and just make it look like your hand's there, but your hand isn't there.
Are you ready, my friend?
Oh well.
Yes.
I already cast it.
Yep.
Okay.
If I do sleight of hand or anything, then it'll yeah.
Yes.
Are you ready? Are you prepared?
I am ready for this thing. I have suggested, of course.
I am sorry, my friend, for this goes bad, because I know it will. But I wanted to see how this would go. He grabs.
Yep.
He grabs the short sword.
No, it's not in front of your face. It's in front of the wall.
And he basically grabs the short sword, looks at you, looks at the short sword, looks at you, and it basically just charges the distance and stabs you directly.
Oh well.
You win!
I was also going to be casting shield as a reaction.
Alright, let's see if I can hit you still. Ooh, what not? What's your arm class normally?
Normally 16. That'll take you to 21.
He's about to stab you, and he's like charged you with the short sword and just about to stab your hand on purpose. And then the shield comes up and goes ching, and then deflects it enough that it actually doesn't hit your hand. Ah!
Does it deflect it to like...
How is that even possible? Your turn then.
I'll get ready.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just go through with what I was planning. Cast True Strike. And throw it just next to his thumb.
Mm-hmm. Big, giant, meaty hand.
It's a big target.
Uh, 15 or 16, I'll take the 16. Very nice. Actually, I didn't say whether I was using my knife or summoning a knife, so it's 22?
You definitely
Or
throw it
24,
and
yeah.
it misses like you're expecting it to. So it hits the back of the wood.
Yep.
Ha! Spells, is it?
Are you saying that yours was not cheating in your own way?
No! Mine was knowing I'm not very good at it, and I wanted to see what you would do if I chopped your hand. Lass, we happen to be at an impasse, and we have to do another round, is that my mistaken?
I have another suggestion. We simply call it a draw, and we finish off this bottle together.
Ha! I am good for that. Are you sure you could keep up, though?
I am sure I could not.
Don't worry, I'll carry him home.
Excellent, excellent. What time is it?
We have
It's,
a
early,
time.
it's in the morning still.
10 a.m. in the morning, yeah.
I don't care.
Probably has
Job.
no concept.
All right,
of day.
so take another round.
Yes, please.
All three of us?
Yep, all three of us.
Nat 20.
14.
Okay, 14's still all right. Nah, 20 definitely fine.
Yeah.
18.
And you're fine. Yeah. Ha! Seems to be that the first kick got you, but the second one you've gotten used to. I think we have like third round here, and that is the rest of this bottle.
Perhaps there is some more adrenaline in my body as a monstrous person charged me with a sword. It helps the digestion.
It does. That's how I throw.
So, once more.
Once more.
Once
One
more.
more round of drinks, and the bottle is empty.
Once more into the bridge.
16.
18.
24.
Once more with feeling.
Ha ha ha! Excellent! You have done well, and we have drunk this liquor. Yes, liquid
Ah!
liqueur.
Liquor, barely even knew it.
Ha ha ha! Not bad, not bad at all. Excellent! We've had some good times with your friends, Amber. I like them very much.
So do I. That's why I stay with them.
That doesn't correspond to the stories you've told.
What are you talking about? They're all very fun stories.
Wasn't this one casting tidal wave on the rest of the party?
Well, yes, he didn't attack me. He just attacked everyone else. He was a bit angry. It was the... No. It was the rogue that decided to attack me. And I may have attacked him back. But, you know...
You attacked me first.
Huh?
You attacked me first.
Not in her version of the story.
Not in my version of the
Yeah,
story.
but that's because it's backwards.
You shot... You took the first shot.
At a crab.
That I was helping. For all I know, you could have been aiming for me and missed.
Of course it was.
She didn't assume malicious intent, she just assumed incompetence.
Rowan is visibly distressed by having to remember this. He's already happy.
Oh, I am sorry, little man. Did I cause injust?
If you think this man here is funny as an elf, you should see him when he's dancing as a bear. You could show him.
Must I?
Just don't Google dancing bear.
I'm concerned.
A dancing bear?
It's possible.
Would that not be fun?
Yeah.
I think it'd be a lot of fun for us to do.
I'm not powerful enough to go brown bear, but I can do a black bear. So,
A bear is a bear. I want to see a bear dance.
Dance for me, bear boy.
Dance for me, bear.
So I'll take a few steps away and like place my hand on a wall because bears can't stay like standing upright without some support for too long, and then I will wild shape into a black bear.
Ha! 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 Ha!
It sounds like a disc drive failing.
I don't care. And I'm guessing I'm like comparable in size to the Goliath now.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I will attempt to like put my paws on his hands.
No, he basically...
and like try and like dance.
I was gonna say, are you gonna slow waltz with him?
Yeah, he basically takes you in and starts doing a slow waltz with you. Ha! 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 Ha!
Digitation. Bum, 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 bum.
Dancing with Goliath.
Ha! 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 This is magnificent!
There's a t-shirt.
Dancing with a...
Write them down.
Dancing with the stars.
Did you write the other one down as well?
Nope.
What
Don't
was
worry.
the other one?
Alice, stop worrying about it.
Words.
You know, one just has to be a picture of
Oh yeah, that's on there.
flowing hair.
Well, it has been good times, my friends. A dancing bear, drinking, and stabbing a man in the hand almost. But alas, I must get back to work. The day does not pass by without my handling. But you are welcome any time to come by and talk and drink. I enjoy your tales. I enjoy the dancing bear.
They're an entertaining bunch, aren't they?
Ha! I'd like to meet the rest of them at some point.
It is
Yes,
up to you
where
whether
are
you
the
want to
others?
change back into your
I was
own
hoping
form.
you wouldn't say anything.
Or
so
if you
wouldn't
just, by all means, I can drive the wagon and you can stay in the back. The hammock may not support your weight.
There's a flaw.
Where are the others?
They were doing things.
Smash cut 2. Where's everybody else?
I'm working.
Currently on the way, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys meet up at the blacksmith.
Train my pig.
Train your pig.
Still sounds like a euphemism.
It is.
Knowing Antoine, it probably is.
It's the dancing bacon.
Yes, he does tricks.
Are you training it like a dancing bear?
Well,
Just don't spank the beat.
I assume that because we've been here for about a month now,
I'm not a chicken and choke instead.
basically going to be able to just walk into the back area now because Yulin's been working there the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much. They've gotten used to you, so they're quite happy for you to just.
Yolan!
out.
So I'm going to walk in and have a look at where he's up to on
like
his
he can
armor.
Oh yeah, the armor.
Your armor is still in the process of being made. We still have a few bits and pieces that we need to chuck into it, so
Yeah.
that'll still take some time.
But I've also been working on something else while I've been here that I've been keeping hidden from everyone else.
Mm.
While I've been working here, I've made everyone a dagger that has their name in Draconic written across the blade.
Mm. Very cool.
Is it a silver dagger?
Yeah, because I have the money for silver. You can get them silvered later on.
I mean, in theory, you just melt your silver.
It takes skill.
I don't have that.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Oh,
walk,
yeah, you
you
spent
walk
it
into the
already.
front
Yeah.
and you walk into the back part.
Yep.
How are you, my friend?
Hello. It is good to see you again.
It is good to see you very well.
Where is
The
the
top screen.
my dragon boy?
Tom's
We're
weird.
invisible.
Gone funny.
What happened to them?
We disappeared out of the
Oh,
tavern,
we're back.
obviously.
We're back.
That was
Okay.
weird.
I must have accidentally hit a button.
We
Yeah.
cast
That
minor
thing.
illusion and made ourselves invisible.
Yeah, we
Yes.
just left the tavern.
Did you accidentally have to
So you know,
turn
let's
the
can see the
camera
tap
Yeah,
picture that you guys are
When I
on.
moved to say something, I must have
tapped it?
tapped
There
this.
you go.
There we are. Everyone's back again.
Except you can't
Ah,
see.
whoops.
So you
Sorry.
can- we switched off the camera briefly.
So yeah, and
It
I've
wasn't my
also
fault this time. It wasn't
I've
me.
also repaired my greatsword.
Yes.
Yes,
Working
yes.
with-
Your greatsword is definitely repaired. Yes. Yeah, your
right.
dagger is definitely repaired.
No, that was already repaired.
Yeah,
before
it was a
that.
quick one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used mend on it, but I wanted to repair mine
Personally.
personally.
Yeah, he showed you through a few techniques. So what you actually did with yours is that you actually went through a process of essentially reforging it. So you basically melted it down, not purely melted it down, but you definitely put a lot of heat into it to get it to resmash back into its shape again, instead of just sharpening it. So you've
Yeah.
actually reforged the whole
Is it a little
sword.
bit smaller from lost adamantium or?
Like you wouldn't even notice the difference.
Yeah.
Right.
AQ
Because I'm not sharpening down what was the blunt edge, and I've just reforged it. I've hammered all
You have
the
a
damaged
tenth of a
metal
mil
back
deeper,
into.
fuller.
Yeah.
Along the blade.
Mm. But even then, it's not
Yeah.
huge. It's not a huge amount.
Yeah.
It is 4.3 grams lighter.
Yeah, something like that. Yep, yeah, you reforged your sword and it's back to ship shape as it was before. You also create the daggers, which you put the names, draconic names of everyone in the party in them. And yes, you guys have worked on the armor a bit more. It's good to work on some armor. Been working on the weapons all this time. We've got some interesting work going on there. But the money's run out.
Yes, I could probably put another 50 gold pieces into getting supplies and stuff for the armor, so I'll do that.
Excellent.
How much more money do you need for it?
That was on my old sheet. Where's my old sheet?
It's gone.
I like the old sheet better than the new sheet.
With the 50, it'd be up to about 350 worth of gold spent on the armor.
Yeah, we still got a bit of work to go on it.
How much more?
Another 350, 700 gold pieces to make your own.
And you probably need to put some more gold into it for the purpose of the fact that he's helping you out.
Yeah.
We need a job.
So I've just sat down. I haven't really. I've said hello to both of the shop owners, but not really Yorlin. I've just sort of acknowledged him.
Within the last month, you guys would have at least been told each other about where you've been and what you're doing. So you would know about this myth.
I would have visited the site.
Yes. So
And
perhaps you rock up at some point in time while they're all busy talking amongst themselves.
I suppose we would assume that that's probably where everyone else is.
Actually, I assume it's probably where your next stop will be for the caravan.
Yeah, we.
You guys hop on the on your caravan
We'd go and
Yes.
visit
and then
those.
head to the smith.
Yeah, because you said you were going to the smith.
yeah.
We call it C1, Caterpillar Stage 1.
There was no axes there, was there?
No, not
We'll
that
have like
time.
each one will have like C1, C2, C3.
Could I have
think
had
about
I
it.
want to
then.
visit the
Ma-
monks'
maybe that
gardens
might be the
one at a
difference.
time.
Does C3 come with
Yeah,
Christmas?
absolutely.
Everyone else gets a
How much
dagger
does that-
except for
How
her.
much money you put into it?
Why?
gets a geology hammer.
A hand
Any
axe.
money
Hand
from
axe,
helping
Concrete
out
bullshit.
brewery?
Not much.
You probably drink your wages.
Probably. You might be replacing them.
Just say I want to put X amount of gold into it.
I probably would have easily dumped 3 or 4 hundred gold into it.
Then excellent. Tell me how much exactly you're putting in.
What would the difference be? Just
How much are you putting in?
We'll say 350.
350? You put 350 gold into a commissioned axe. A commissioned great axe.
I'm just letting you know if it's great axe or a battle axe. I can't remember the difference.
The great axe is the two-handed one. The battle axe is the one-handed one.
Battle axe is D8/D10. Great axe is D12.
Okay, so the great axe then.
Yep.
That's all I wanted to
Okay, so I would have made her an accompanying hand axe instead of a dagger
Yep, that's fine.
for that.
So
But I
that
would
to,
have
to
also
accompany
helped.
the great axe.
I would.
So
would
what
have
you
also
s-
helped
what you
with
see-
the forging of the great axe.
Do you have any preferences in what your axe would look like? Materials being used or anything like that? I can use a mixture of dark steel and normal steel to give it the edging in black. And then I can probably set some brass inlays into the head of the axe and make it very dwarven in nature in that art deco kind of way.
I think you mean art dwarf kind of way.
I've got an idea. For the bands around the wooden half, have actual bands from like an ale barrel. To bring in your sort of...
Yeah, we can do that. That's a good idea.
And she'd probably want some sort of like amber. stuff
Oh yeah,
into
absolutely.
it.
Definitely amber stone
Yeah,
chucked into it.
because that is her homage.
Mm.
That's why she's.
Right, so this is what you get.
And down the bottom of it, as a counterweight, is a fist made out of iron. And
Well, I like that. I like that. That works. Alright, that's good.
Yeah,
Alright, so
that's good.
you have that shaft of wood.
And
And
on the
from
back,
what you
it should say imported from New Zealand.
Why?
I don't know.
Because it was made by Weta Workshop.
They do good stuff.
So you have the a dark wood shaft of wood. Around that particular shaft, you've got the bands of iron, which are made from irons from a barrel, which he's mentioned before. At the bottom of the shaft is the big fist, of iron. At the very top, where the two heads come off, is two large, smooth, round, oval-shaped ambers that have been polished, and they're both on both sides. Otherwise, the whole thing is actually very square axe. With the extent of the axe going out 4 or 5 inches on both sides, coming down almost directly vertical against each other, and then coming up in a triangle sort of shape as they attach themselves back to the heart where the two bits of amber are. I'll
So the blades, instead of being crescent moons, are triangles. So
Oh right, so they're flat edged.
yes.
they're kind of like half a triangle. So like, sorry, they are a triangle, yes. But
Yes.
the right angle part of the triangle is at the actual very outside edges, top edges.
yeah.
That's a better way of putting it.
So the
Yeah.
top of the axe is flat.
Oh, so it's more like that.
Yeah. Very, very, very prominent hook on the
Yes.
axe.
Like a
Yeah.
butterfly? Kind
Um,
of like that?
no, probably the other way around.
Okay.
So the
long-
that flat part is completely flat right at the top. So if you put the fist of the shaft on the ground and then stood it up, it's flat, but then into a triangle.
Kind of like a hatchet.
Kind of like a hatchet, yeah.
I will
Okay.
show you in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hatchet.
Yeah, okay.
And then because he's mentioned the dark steel as well, so what you've got is actually a layered effect happening on the blade itself. So the very central bit of material is the steel itself. Then another layer onto that, which is melded into it, is a black steel. So it's got like that silver steel, then black steel, then another set of silver steel, and then brass coloured metal in the intricate parts there to make it into different dwarven symbols as well as a typical dwarven sort of look. Yeah,
Cool.
it looks pretty cool.
She's happy.
Yeah.
And it's just a regular battle axe.
Yes.
A great axe, sorry.
It's a great axe, yes. It just looks really cool. Almost everyone now has a cool looking weapon. Almost.
So I haven't been to this fancy blacksmith.
No, but you do know about it. You guys have been here a month, and I'm pretty sure you've all talked about what you're doing over time.
Oh, he only works in metal.
During the time,
No, you would have known about the crossbow he got.
during the time that I have been doing monk training and stuff, can I also have been thieving gems to just deposit at the blacksmith and just give to them?
You can to a certain extent. Not yes, you can, but not really.
Okay.
Like you can do little bits and pieces here.
That's
and there.
basically what I meant. Just
Yeah.
like casual help and stuff.
Yeah, there's nothing grand, nothing spectacular, just a little bit.
Anything I happen to find as I'm stealing shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Casual kleptomania. He's not
Yeah.
full time. He's
Yeah.
not on
I was
I was
salary.
gonna
It's
say,
just
do we
casual.
want to roll for it to see if he gets the guard on his tail?
He's doing one of those internships with kleptomania.
Yeah, that's right. That's why you only get really small bloodstones.
He only gets 10 hours a week.
I want to see if the guard on his tail has heard of these thefts.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming he's just doing like really small time, a few coppers and
He's
silvers here and
only
there.
stealing from that
Wedding
cat
rings of
no,
poor beggars.
that cat merchant down by the docks. The tabaxi.
Tabaxi?
Oh god, I'm out at house.
You probably did that for like a few days,
Yeah.
and
that's
then
right.
someone would have come up to you, dropped you a note, and slapped you on the wrist essentially.
Oh. Okay. I'll behave then.
Yes. Behave.
Yeah, anyway, while I'm sitting in there, I've pulled all my leather strips out and I'm starting to braid and knot them.
Yep. Cool.
You getting some thonging?
After you guys have done more chatting and more working on the smith and stuff like that, you hear an elephant trumpet out front.
We can't hear it. We're over the ring of the hammer.
Good point. Roll a perception roll.
I'll get it.
I heard everything.
No, it was just.
What the hells was
You would
that?
just put it down to have a
19.
smoko.
19. Oh, it's idiot.
You're gonna go outside. There's gonna be hydraulics lifting up the car.
Like I walk out there with the sledgehammer that I've been
Suddenly
using
we've
to
just
shape
got
metal
like Tensor's floating discs to have it hover off the ground.
over my shoulder,
Unseen
and I just
servants to
go,
pull it along.
You could do that.
"What are you doing?"
Yo, look what I did!
It is our new mode of transportation.
I have ale.
Right.
This is Winnie, and this is Nate.
I've got to finish something. I'll be back in a moment.
Nah.
And I just sort of like disappear back into the thing to collect up all the
Oh, this is the first I've seen
knives
Amber.
and stuff.
Amber!
Ah.
Ale, wine, whatever. Poison?
I mean, I could make some if you like.
So you don't have any at the moment?
Mm.
That's unfortunate. Never mind.
Well, did you try her last attempt at baking a cake?
Pretty much the same.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's grand. It was fantastic. It
I
tasted
think-
absolutely delicious.
It was great as a
Amber.
building block for a building.
I can tell why you like rocks. They taste like your cake.
I think you
I
got
don't
mistaken
eat
with
rocks.
the ingredients of your alchemical glue.
Oh,
I think the fire was concrete
okay,
powder.
it might be possible that I may have confused the white powder for the glue potion with the. Oh,
Normally
yeah.
you add eggs to hold things together.
Oh no, we used eggs. But you might be onto something. I think I may have mixed the white powders around the wrong way.
So what you're saying is, Amber now has a bag of cake-shaped rocks.
Yes.
No, pancake frisbees of death. We can sharpen these.
Let's not waste these things, alright?
Exactly.
We have shuriken launchers on
Yeah.
the back of
She-
the thing.
she-
Just spin them out.
She
That is
just
actually
made
the
whetstones
best
so we
idea.
can sharpen up blades now.
Yeah, but you see like a gypsy cart for typical nice gypsy cart with a purple glow sort of underneath the bottom. A couple of large draft horses sort of like chilling.
Oh, and we've got some paint. Put like racing stripes down the side of the
Yeah,
horses.
yeah.
Oh god.
Black and white, black
It's
and white,
like-
black and white, black and white.
You're lucky we didn't put speed holes.
Okay. Come inside. We're in the middle of work. And
Where can I
go
park
back in.
this?
In the yard.
Around the side of the building.
Yeah, around the side of the building.
If anybody takes this, it would be very easy to find.
Yeah, pretty much.
But also, is there any other way that the Scourge of Addis could travel?
In
Careful saying that out
style.
loud. Yeah.
Riding in style.
Well, just put the wheel lock on.
Now there was that super
I'm-
shiny
Which
rapier.
is talking to the local pigeons to march
Wasn't it?
around.
Militarized pigeon.
Like,
Holding-
Pigeon bomb at me.
You want to try?
No, I'm considering it. No.
as I like dismount and walk away, I'll make the sound of an animal that closely resembles.
It's like a dolphin there.
And then all of a sudden it goes.
No, that's when you want to pop the hood.
I'm going to train the horses
Popping the hood of these horses doesn't sound good.
I'm going to train the horses not to move if they've heard that sound.
Right,
So it's like,
So
the
you're
horses.
gonna,
The
they're gonna
horses
basically
respond.
be treasure horses. What are they called?
Sorry.
The bank horses that only stopped in a particular word. Otherwise, they would literally keep running forever.
No
oh.
idea what you're talking about. You lost your reference, man. You lost your reference. You got to be more on references.
So I can't remember. What
Anyways, the horse goes, nay.
Thanks.
The other
Winnie.
one whinnies.
Yes.
You knocked it again, didn't you?
Can you just?
In there.
Maybe we should move her away from there.
Or
Which is just tonight. They
I
don't usually
normally
do it.
okay. It's this chair. I blame the chair. The chair's
You
everything
blame the
that's
chair,
changed.
or
This
tie
might
your
be a
legs to the
strange
chair legs.
question, but can you tape your feet to the chair legs?
Well, normally, see, I
I do nothing.
normally when I sit on those chairs, I actually sit with my feet, no, my legs. No, wait.
All right.
Under my butt.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do in blacksmiths?
Oh, these chairs are soft.
I've collecting all the stuff that I made for them.
Yep.
And we would have finished Amber's axe.
Axe. Yep. Yep.
Oh, my sweet baby. Oh,
So yeah,
Cool.
she's at,
I come out
she's
and
sleeping
go
with that.
hand you
So
the
every time
the
we
axe.
find you spooning that axe, you owe us a drink.
and then and then I like bring out an oiled leather roll and I unroll it and I go, I made one for each of you. But I made you this. Start off with a small hand axe that literally just has draconic. And I hand one of the daggers to each of you. It's a very draconic style blade. It's sort of like curved up to a point, and the handle sort of looks like scales. And then at the base of the handle is like a small dragon's head.
Dragon's head, okay.
It's metal.
Yes.
I take it from you like it's a damp sock. Like, thanks. Just drop it in my bag.
Druids don't like
Druids don't do metal.
That's nice.
It just says that you can't use it for sort of combat. You can use it like to cut cheese.
Yes. But
Cheese knife.
you're still kind of like so about
So yeah, you all have an extra dagger.
I'm not there.
This is
Where are you?
I'm still back at the tavern as far as you guys know.
I thought you went off to the Tinkerers.
Yeah. But as far as they know, I'm.
No, we would know that you're going to the thing.
Golan, this is a very grand gift. It is unexpected. I would normally try to have some sort of gift in
There is no need.
response.
This
And-
is sort of like tradition for Dragonborn. You are now my kin. I have given you something to protect yourselves.
I'm just like balancing it on my finger.
There is also
I know,
a
I'm
tradition
trying to.
amongst the
I'm
my
trying to.
tribes in the 9 deserts. There is the giving of weapons amongst family is normally done from father to son, or from in family. It is done as this, but it is steel is rare enough that it cannot be left unused. The weapons must be used. If it is a gift from you to me, these weapons should be used now.
No, we use it as this is something that you will protect yourself with. If something were to attack the clan or the village, you would then use it as a way to help protect your village.
I'll get the dagger and sort of wrap it up in some cloth. And
As they're
give an overly formal thank you.
as they're done talking, I'll basically jump onto your shoulders in a hug, and you're like, "Are we family now?" You said you were family.
Wait. Sort of like press down on his head and just sort of lower him to the ground and be like,
It's great with how old his character is. He's the creepy uncle. You know the one that just got out of prison and you're not sure what he went in for? Yeah, that creepy uncle.
Alright, I am going to interrupt everyone because we're going to have a break.
Okay.
yeah.
What time is
Because
it?
time's actually
8:15.
passed quite considerably. It is 8:15, yes.
Well, we can run a bit later tonight if everyone would like.
We'll see how we go. We'll
We'll
have
see
a
how
break.
things
We'll have a
go,
break
yeah.
now and see how we go after that.
Yeah.
For first,
Alright,
fresh
we'll
air.
be back in 10-15 minutes.
Fresh air, yeah.
so yeah, she got a name because amber is dense, somewhat valuable, and good to look at. And we're back.
Oh no!
Look, 2 and more. That's probably a compliment.
Good to look at for a dwarf, yes.
So you guys are still
As in
out.
you want to stay a distance away to admire
Yeah,
what
to
it
admire
is.
what it is. Yeah.
Can I please have an eraser and a pencil just to fix this mistake?
I just wanted to. I was going to grab it and throw it at him.
Alright, so you guys are still at the front of this blacksmith's, handing out
Right.
gifts and looking at the cart.
Tablet. Hold down.
I will. Once Yolan's done working inside, I'll say, I made something special for you.
That sounds so
That's-
disturbing.
That
Have you not
worries
heard
me.
him?
How's it going, creepy uncle?
It's inside. Come and have a look.
Oh, yeah, it
Oh,
is
I
not
know
bad.
Oh,
It is fine.
like that doesn't make it any less creepy.
I've got candy.
No, go inside the wagon for no reason.
No reason at all.
It's got candy written on the side in,
No, it's
in Draconic.
no in Druidic,
Nah.
so no one can read it.
That is worse.
Sure. I
Okay.
walk into the back of the
Mhm.
carriage.
Okay. In the back, you see like framework set up for like 2 rows of hanging hammocks. So like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. But on this one down here, there's not a hammock. There is
Warming rock?
an oval, low to the ground, wicker basket full of coin-sized cushions.
You got him a beanbag?
No! He's a dragon man. I got him a horde to guard. So you can sleep on it like a real dragon. Does that make you happy?
Thank you, little elf man.
Rayleigh's just snickering.
In case you were thinking of it, I did not want to sleep on the pile of sand.
Oh no.
Camels.
You've got a hammock.
You've got a tent.
We've all got hammocks, except for me.
You've got a garden?
Not yet.
You can sleep on the roof.
I can.
Alright.
You get you a box and you can sleep as a cat.
Excuse me.
I'm so glad I got to do that.
Other people would be happy. I got to slay a dragon. I got to free an empire. I got to give a dragonborn a fake stash of gold.
It's made of
A fake hoard
Yeah.
to sleep on.
that's made of wool and
Everybody
and
loves sleeping on
canary
wool.
yellow fabric.
Yeah. Amber? You completely forgot what we discussed before, didn't you?
Did you have things to give?
Oh, yeah, but she's going to wait until everyone's together before she gives it.
Ah, okay.
So
I hadn't forgotten.
we're missing these 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just riding around town.
They see me rolling.
Just because he's short and angry.
Like this.
Oh yes, how big is the battle boar?
When
Bigger
he's
than him.
riding it, it looks big.
Bigger than me.
It's size medium and he's size small.
Fair enough. It's a fairly chunky boar.
So, picture a child riding a fat adult.
That was the
Yeah, sure.
movie.
Did I hear that right?
You did, you did.
Oh,
Moving on.
they had some cheese.
You may have to rewind that one, even though you can't do that during a live stream. At the end, it goes, what was that? It was the chair.
What cheese
No,
would you
it was
like?
there was the tablet on
Squishy
the
one.
Oh, tablet.
Yeah.
On the rubber mat.
Yeah.
on the rubber mat.
Appropriate. Alright. So you guys have finished giving your gift giving at the front of the blacksmith. And you've got to head to your last destination where you
yes.
believe he will be.
Any cheese and a little bit of meat.
In the tavern.
He's most likely going to be at a place that no one's actually gone to yet.
Yes.
We would know vaguely where it is and how.
Yeah, vaguely where it is. Yeah.
So
Senior care package.
you would have told us.
Oh god. A quid.
Oh, this.
So we'll go to where we think Imperial suspended
assuming my directions have been accurate.
all 5 lefts.
I
It's,
assume I
it's
would
actually
have,
surprising that I find it every day.
I would have probably been there at least once, and considering that, I know where it is.
Well, can't we just ask your secret police pigeon squad that you've recruited?
Oh yeah.
Hey, do you have Poe? Do you have Poe? The Raven Idol. That's with you at the moment, so you could use that to summon a raven and find him.
Oh, with that Raven Idol, you basically learn over the last month that it's got roughly 12 hours worth of operational time.
Yep.
Before then it has to reset itself over 2 days.
Okay.
Oh, 2 days.
Well, you've got that at the moment. Okay.
And what it basically does is it delivers a message. So you can basically send it off to deliver a message. It's essentially the same as the animal messenger spell.
I can use that.
What's the range on animal messenger?
Time.
Okay, so how far they could travel in that?
Yeah. In a day, I think it is.
As far as the wind blows.
So yeah, your little rodent.
Um,
It's apt.
Quaff the Rayleigh.
Quaff the really.
Never
Yeah, I actually had a name of the place that you would go to, except I've completely lost it.
Tommy the Tinker Town.
It's the Quacker Emporium.
Yes, the Quacker Emporium.
It would actually be pretty funny if the back of it was.
Ah, the Griffin Claw. There we go.
So, giddy up, I say to Nay and Winnie.
Yes,
Get in
the
the back
Griffin
of the
Claw is,
wagons, I say.
owned by a
Don't
man by Edmund Bryan. And yeah, it's not so much of a shop, but it is one of those places that people are known to go to for intricate little things. So it's more of his house. He does have like a front room, which he does sort of do more public stuff with. But there's not many people who come by because his stuff's rather unique, and this tinkering is usually rather unique. So yeah, he doesn't have a shop per se. He doesn't have a sign at the front or anything like that. But you learn after a little while where he is, who he is, who to go to. And yeah, he calls himself the Griffin Claw. That's what he calls it. The main reason why he calls himself the Griffin Claw because he actually has a claw of a griffin sitting up on one of his shelves at the front.
I want
So you guys decide to head off with your cart to the Griffin Claw to meet up with him.
Yep.
Along the way, you meet someone riding a boar. A halfling riding a boar.
Hey Antoine, look at me! Look at me!
Yes,
I believe he has seen the Tink.
I have seen your caterpillar.
It's so nice!
He was there.
I just accepted it. And its name, the caterpillar.
Actually, I'm going to call it Candy. It says Candy on the side in Druidic.
You go in, it's Candy. Of course it is. There can be only one.
Forgive me, Father, for I am a worm.
Better burn out than to feed away.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's a classic.
Alright, and then you head off to the Griffin Claw. As I said, you see a house. It's a nice house. Still got the typical work of the sandstone brickwork and the maple wood for supports and doors and stuff like that. Very typical, and like most of the places in this town, parts of it are falling off and in quick repairs, tied up here and there. And yeah, you rock up to the front door, knock on the front door.
I was going to say, he's not going to knock.
I don't knock, I...
You hear the trumpet horn out the front.
Yeah, I hear everything.
Yeah.
We need to ramp this thing off a bridge, the Dukes of Hazzard style. Cast haste on the horses.
We're gonna definitely.
He's like,
I can cast enhance ability on one of the horses.
You could also cast, what is it, Long Strider?
I can't know.
Yes.
You can get it as
Oh.
a druid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's dumb. It's not a very good spell.
Hey,
The one that lets them jump double distance.
Really?
no.
There's one.
Yeah, jump.
That's
Is it
not.
jump?
That's not long show.
no, it's
Oh,
not.
it's
Strider
got the
is
ring of
distance,
jumping
you
on
can
its
walk.
nose.
Tie it to its mane. Why is your horse so ornately dressed? It's a lot of power rings, okay?
Yeah, you
At
hear that.
this point, it can cast more spells than us.
Yeah, you basically in the tinkerer's shop. Like he's got a separate little area for the tinkering itself. So there's like a front. So you go into the main. You go into the hallway at the front door. There's other parts of this particular house. It's got a second story, so there's like stairs at the back. You haven't been to any other part of the house realistically because it's his house, and he hasn't really sort of invited anyone back there. You go to the left into what's usually the waiting room, but that's where he conducts a lot of the business with those who have come and gone. And then past that is another room, which is where you do all the tinkering. He does his tinkering, you do your tinkering, and it's quite a large area that goes much further down the back. And yeah, that's, you hear the trumpet of the elephant.
I'm going to quickly put together the final touches of my device.
Mm-hmm.
And assume that it's them. And await their arrival.
I'll go wandering in.
I will follow you.
Yeah, I'm going in and I'm looking around for particularly interesting trinkets.
Okay.
Don't steal from my mentors!
He's not stealing. He's just looking.
Repurposing.
Perception check.
Sure. I rolled a 5.
Plus 6, it's 11.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you have no idea what it does.
Top some of it. Go on. Oh, there.
What I'm playing.
A hurdy-gurdy?
I kicked open the door and I come out playing a hurdy-gurdy.
Oh no.
How did you trap a tortured animal in that device?
My friend is...
What? It sounds like there is some sort of being killed in there. Let it out!
The handle has a spiked
Calm
ring
down,
on
calm
the
down.
inside.
There is no creature inside this device. It is purely device.
Why do you have it?
Because I made it.
That is as bad as the death bags from Dalriada.
I can play them. No, I can't. I want to play them.
No
I
one
have
can play
never heard
those.
anybody who can play them well.
There's plane and then there's
That makes
plane.
you
It
want
sounds like a
to try.
dirge for fish.
They sound better the further away you are from them.
It's
It is my own creation.
Why?
Because I like to create things.
But why this?
Because this is what I came up with.
Why are you caterpillar?
Caterpillar.
Cart,
Candy.
cat, candy.
Candy pillow.
Why are you walking?
Yes, the candy pillow done. I'll take it. No one can argue with that. It's
The
sold.
candy pillow.
The candy pillow.
Why are you candy pillar?
What is a candy
Now
pillar?
we're a mobile drug dealing operation.
Well, there's probably
He's-
going to be an
he's
alchemist lab in there at some point.
I'm just gonna gesture.
Wait inside.
Oh, outside.
I made something.
Actually, no, I'll gesture at Rowan.
I made something.
It's
Oh,
Rowan's.
you're a crafter as well?
I paid someone.
Oh.
It's
But it was my idea.
He was instrumental into the process.
Perhaps we could work together on some designs then.
Okay, look.
Show me what you made.
It's outside.
Gonna follow him outside.
It's a
And you
gut.
see the gypsy-looking cart with the 2 draft horses on the front that pull it along. You see his purple hazy light underneath, spinners and
And the bottom half's kind of a boat.
And the flat bottom.
I already
it's
have some
probably
ideas.
Like tarred, like a ship hull or cork.
It's amphibious.
and it's got like druidic writing on the side.
it says.
I already have some ideas on how we could add to this.
Oh, I'm gonna make so many more. I'm gonna add loads to the end.
Like that you're just genuinely excited about it.
The back one's gonna have a ballista in it.
Can we make that
Ah,
one
I could
next?
definitely work on something like that. In fact, I could make it so that we could use Mage Hand to fire it.
Rowan, I have a question. Remember when you were traveling on the ship and you casted the magic which made us all be able to breathe underwater? If we are sailing in the Candy Pillar, could you cast that on the horses so they can paddle alongside and not drown?
No.
Why not?
Because the horses are gonna be walking on the water.
Do you have plans for that, or is this just design mark through the engineers will work it out?
I can cast a spell to make them do that.
Impressive.
Yes, and in case of emergencies, I can include all of us in that spell too.
So we could all walk on water.
So
Will be cheeses.
the otters are going to be pulling the cart through the water while walking on the water.
Yes.
Why is the cart not just walking on water also?
Because the cart does not have legs, it has wheels.
It's an object. it's an object, not a creature. So it floats.
That would have been far more terrifying if there wasn't a bit of cheese on that knife.
Don't mess with the scourge.
That'd be the first t-shirt.
I meant with the skin virus.
No, just the Scourge of Aris.
The Scourge of Aris.
Right, I've already got a
Tenacious
design idea
D.
for it.
Ignatius D.
Project Candy Pillar.
Have you made any
Ignatius D
useful
fan club
progress?
number 4.
Well, I've made this, and this took some time. It's a bit of tinkering, you see.
Yes,
Could
but
I perhaps
useful.
try to play that instrument? I think I saw how you did it. You turned the thing and pressed the buttons, is that correct?
Pretty much, yes. Yes. It's very simple.
What spell you cast on me, which gives them extra abilities? Can you enhance someone's performance ability?
Yes.
That's charisma. I think.
You're gonna do great.
Yeah.
Cast it again. He gets advantage on
Charisma checks.
charisma checks.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no skill in performance, but I have a +4 charisma mod.
Yep.
And advantage.
Yep.
Let's see if I can out rockstar the.
What are you doing?
I'm playing as hurdy-gurdy.
No.
Ah.
Not very well. 13. So not badly.
Not badly, but
Right.
you're losing a few keys here and there as
Yeah.
you're trying to play it.
It's a bit clunky.
But yeah, you do it right, John.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. I feel like you need to consult your book. Make sure you're doing it right.
I could do the dodgy thing and like, you know, like a bad tradesman blames the tools,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd have advantage to try and convince everyone that this thing's broken.
Oh, you could just.
I'm not going to do
Can't you
that.
just prestidigitation makes sound? Isn't it? No.
You can.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
some, but it's not like a
no major illusion.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself and play it
Do the same
myself.
thing, yeah.
Go for it.
1.
Natural 20 plus 7 plus if I want to I could add the d4. Which, sure, why not?
He wants to do it. He'll see if he can get both the.
Get a 24.
4.
31.
31 for performance.
Do we get blessed from that?
No, but you can get inspiration from it.
I'm weeping.
The most beautiful sound I've ever heard.
That's so nice. Why didn't you do that?
Imperious. You never told us you could play an instrument.
Suddenly wearing shades.
You've heard of hurdy-gurdy, right?
Yes, I have.
He's doing that hurdy-gurdy cover of Metallica that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
on YouTube.
It's not something I really broadcast.
That does not sound like a dead animal. That is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Thank you. I've been
You
practicing
can do
for
it
a while.
again.
Encore! Encore!
Encore!
I can try.
You are now a show pony.
It now
Casting guidance on
snaps.
myself again. 18. So yes, I do perform well.
Yeah, pretty much. Not
So
much
how do you
difference.
feel about performing in front of crowds?
No.
No, you do not like, or no, you have no problem?
No, not happening. Nope, nope, no.
Okay. How do you feel about performing in an empty room while you're blindfolded?
I know what you're trying to say. It's not going to work.
Wait, we're all together now, aren't we?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
What if you're drunk?
This might
I
help.
don't drink.
Oh. This might help.
It's a potion of confidence.
Constance.
Confidence.
Yes, consonants.
Potion of confidence.
Consonants?
It is both.
It is also known
Actually-
as a 6-pack of Foster's.
Potion of confusion.
That's like
What
in
is
the,
this, Amber?
So, essentially,
Mythic
it's like
rule set.
the least alcoholic.
I'm curious, are you still on your stilts?
They broke.
They broke.
But there was another pair that he did
They're,
not.
they're still in the tent.
I don't think another pair would have lasted a month.
No.
I would have made
They
adjustments.
wouldn't
If you
have lasted
made
a day.
If you made me another pair that were reinforced that would still be alive now, then yes, she'd be wearing
That's
them.
fine, you just like fill the barrels up with concrete.
Oh yeah, because then she'd totally be able to walk.
No, I just
She's got
reinforced the band.
thighs that can crack walnuts.
Just walnuts?
She doesn't use a pickaxe, she just crushes the rock apart. Now that's thunder
And that's
thighs.
the only reason you got the nickname Nutcracker.
Whenever she smashes her thighs together, she casts thunderclap.
No, she has the real thunder snap.
It's like a super berry, kind of like a cider, but super berry tasting and not very alcoholic.
So an alcohol.
Okay, then he will probably be stupid enough to think that it is not helpful.
I was going to try and convince you as well.
I mean, go ahead.
Out of the, it is part of the gift giving that everyone has been doing here. There has been much.
Now I feel really bad.
Yes.
At that point, I produce one of the daggers for both of you and hand you a dagger each.
Oh, and on that note, I give everyone.
And to you, all you see is like basically scratchings on the side.
Unless you can read Draconic.
Yeah.
Nope. Only Celestial.
Only halfway.
Oh yeah, because you had Celestial, I had Infernal.
Yeah.
And I
We are
also
literally polar opposites.
pull out little
Merci
little barrels about yay big for everyone,
for the dagger.
and they're all different alcohols to what Amber would assume would be your taste. So yours is.
I was
from
going to
the
say,
desert.
so water.
So mine just tastes like black coffee.
Yours would be like coffee.
you
His
gave
would be
him-
like juice.
Just to say you give him really, really, really refined
Chocolate milk.
vodka, so it just tastes like water.
Black coffee
I mean,
with a bit of
chocolate milk.
singe burnt
Chocolate
taste
milk
at
then.
the end.
Yours would have been from the 9 deserts. Yours was the Goodberry Brew. I gave you a little bit. Yorland's would have been.
Chili vodka.
I was going to say fire whiskey.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, fire whiskey's the other
Yeah,
one.
yeah, alright, we'll go
Fireball.
fire whiskey. I don't know what Antoine would like. Probably
It's
a fine
got
wine.
to taste like cheese. Or a baguette. Alright,
It's
croissant.
basically like
No.
you've made the yeast really badly on purpose, and it's just congealed into a block of like cheesy fat.
No. It's cheese and bacon flavored wine.
He's French, man. It'd be a wine. Come
Yeah, I was gonna
on.
say,
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
wine.
wine.
It is.
It's a very
wine.
nice wine.
It's
Thank
a
you
very
very
fine
much.
A
wine.
very nice wine.
Yeah, but it's slightly fortified because you get the same amount of kick in a smaller package.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, I know how much he likes drinking, so
Yeah.
yes, of course.
Well-
Hey, his one's strong. Yolan's one's strong. Rowan's one is mild. His one's
Of course.
He likes
also relatively mild.
he likes
because,
sweet liqueurs.
As far as my experience is, he doesn't hold his liquor very well. Imperious's one is as weak
It's
as
100%. It's just
No,
pure.
it's
That's what you should have done. Just pure nastiness.
It's just one
Oh,
word.
no, the thing is, it wouldn't be 100% for him because he's like, as soon as you open it, like half of it evaporates straight away and you could like pop it back on. Perfect. This is
No, you just
dual
use it
sauce
as,
I've been looking for.
Oh, yeah.
No, you just use it as smelling salts.
Yeah.
Like someone's passed out.
You get.
And yours is more caffeinated than alcohol.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, that's
I
about
was
right.
gonna say I'll just make it into nitroglycerin or something.
So you made him
Mine is
kill a-
explosive when exploding.
No, it tastes like juice.
Oh, you've given him an amphetamine martini. Good choice.
Enough. With a dose of antidepressants on the side.
Oh, it's shaken and stirred. That's the tone for the evening.
Amber gets a very big hug from Rowan from this gift.
And she just like pats him. You're welcome, friend. You're welcome. I knew you would like it, and I wanted to prove to you that it was possible to make good brew out of good berries. The first one was just a mistake.
Let's just never speak of it again.
Yes, I agree. We move on from that.
Boris, snuffle and lick.
Oh.
Wow, this is a very good tea.
The pig shows affection for you.
No, it's showing my affection for her.
Yeah. It's
Snuffle and lick.
outsourcing.
Out snorting.
Pass it to Emma. What else?
And there.
At this point, I respond to Amber.
Ambio.
Taxation.
Well, we keep calling him Rowan.
You do.
Well, that's because Rowan and Rory are very similar names.
That was an accident, but I'm excited.
Starting the names with the same letter is causing problems.
And the same
No one at
numbers-
Swordcraft's ever done that.
And the same syllables. I mean, don't look at
If
me.
you make Christoph.
I was gonna say half of the room.
I went to a LARP event in the UK where it was part of the ancient Greek faction, and one of the
There was one called Nico.
no, there was one guy called Adonis.
Okay, guys.
No, this other guy just named his characters. The first one was starting with A, the second one was starting with B, the third one was starting with C, and he's just working his way through the alphabet.
Until he got to Zeus.
Save it for story time.
So, we've got a job.
What's the job?
We're going to Mousillon.
We have
What?
found out some information.
Ah,
Well, why didn't you start with that? Wait,
Because
what?
there are important things. And
Like he was,
I thought-
telling you in your way, you tell stories.
I thought we were going to rob some caravans.
which are going to Mousillon.
No, they're coming from Mousillon.
I'm very confused.
There's no point getting them when they're going there.
Sorry.
We need a little model train set that goes
Yeah.
around. Can I have some cheese? Choo choo.
just get a little drone.
No, drones
No,
don't.
we need a
Trains
model
don't.
caterpillar.
Candy killer.
Candy Pillar.
Candy pillar.
It's only a candy pillar if it's got candy on
If
it.
someone gets me a model train set, I can make the caterpillar.
Candy killer.
Candy Pillar.
Right, anyway,
I insist.
Candy cart.
what are we doing?
Candy caterpillar.
We are going to rob a. We are going to liberate a
Caravan. of all
caravan to find out what Mousillon is supplying off the books.
Do we know the route?
The
Close
road?
to. We do not have all the details, but we have a general idea.
There is one route. It goes from Mousillon to
From the Black
Summerport.
City to
This town.
Summerport.
Summerport.
Oh wait, I do speak.
So
German.
Do you? Okay, well you're the only person that can actually read the blade.
This blade, it has some funny weird scratchings on it. I don't know.
It is okay. I'll get someone to buff that out.
Oh, glorious.
Boy's gonna get hurt.
But I got a dagger to defend myself.
You do. I have an adamantium greatsword. Let's see how well it works.
It's time to throw down, kids.
Look, please do remember you got to talk into the microphones. Because I even barely heard you myself then.
Mumble,
Yeah,
mumble,
Patty.
mumble. That's all
Mumble,
I
mumble, mumble, mumble.
Yay!
And then there is a high chance that we may have to travel to the Black City to find out the cult of Xenophet, which is providing assistance through this port.
See.
But we should wait and find out what we get from the caravan first.
I'm not sure why we were doing this in the front room of the
Yeah.
shop.
No, we went outside.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all sitting in a circle in the back of the wagon, and I'm just swaying in one of the hammocks.
Yes, perfect.
And someone's guarding his treasure.
I'm like, I keep encouraging you to curl up on the coins. I'm like, go on, giant. Go on.
I'm currently just like sitting, like standing in the corner, just like this.
Perhaps if we
Can I
replaced it
use
with
sleight of
coals
hand
and
to
he
steal
could
some of the
himself.
Dragonborn's treasure?
If you'd like, I can test it for you.
We could totally do it. We'll replace it with
I'll
coals. and then
walk
he can
over
heat
to
it.
your little bed treasure thing.
Oh, that's neat there.
Just because I'm changing because now you're all outside. I didn't realize you went outside.
And I'll sort of lie down across it and sort of squirm into the cushions.
Yeah, it's just hundreds upon hundreds of tiny coin-sized cushions.
It would have taken a very long time to get someone to make.
We had a month.
Get a whole city full of urchins to do it.
Sure.
Don't ask where they came from.
Just had a sweatshop running for little coin-sized cushions.
Oh, because the rest of the medieval style labour force is so well protected and there's industry laws.
It's a cottage industry.
It's good.
Is it comfy?
It is pretty good.
See, try it.
Not, if you want to try it, I will get up first.
What you should do is maybe
I
steal
run over
some.
and dive.
If I had
Miscreants!
if I had the
Fuck.
cross character bleed.
He's dead.
Did he die?
Oh, and spectacularly.
Oh yeah, you weren't there for the end of it. Yes, he died.
He went inside the back.
Let's just say
In a mushroom
it was
cloud.
it was explosive.
He died in a mushroom cloud.
We're going to Mousillon.
Does anybody have a problem with liberating the caravan?
Are they in trouble?
Well, before we
I
leave, I
should-
have to go back and tell them that I'm going to have to take time away.
I feel like I should because it is breaking
You
laws.
can't look at it if you're part
But
of the explosion.
there's a greater good here, and yeah, fucking.
No, no,
Yeah, fucking. Okay.
Maybe we should try to not kill everybody. Although, you know, then we need disguise, because otherwise they'll be like, hey, those guys that have been helping out around town for the last month are robbing caravans outside.
I like how the
People
guards
in
suddenly have a
adventure
really
and
dodgy
would
Australian
let Gail
accent.
know that she might not be back for a while.
Maybe it's the merchants.
Well, the other thing is we'd have to have some styles of clothing and things like that which are not apparent to who we are. Any of our distinctive
I
horses or
assume
things
if we've
would have to be...
I assume if we've spent a month in the city, we're going to have multiple changes of clothes by this point.
That's what you think.
What are you talking about?
He does not have.
You know when it's laundry day because he's just strutting around as a cat going...
I'm butt naked.
Hanging in the
That would work
breeze.
because his clothes become part of him.
Oh, you can choose.
You can choose.
And then you see the cat dragging clothes over into a bucket.
And like dipping its paw in.
Yeah.
Is it like that?
I'm like,
Our cats do that. Before they drink any water, they'll first slap it and then shake it off. Be like, "What did I do that for?" Before they show their face in it.
Cat walking through a puddle, taking the paw out, shaking it, then putting it back in the water. Pour out, shake back.
They do that too when they spill the water.
So, it is more of the fact of some of us have distinctive clothing. So perhaps if we bought generic black or dark clothing.
Some of us have distinctive features.
That is fine.
Sort of hard.
Aye. I
Yes,
feel
too
that.
many people knew me as the Scourge of Aris. Cast a sky self. Look different.
I know.
Better! Much
It's the
better!
Scourge of Aris!
It's quite fine. We'll buy you a new helmet.
I'm going through my disguise kit, and I'm going to go
You know, one of those pig-faced bassinets.
dirty, ragged beggar clothes.
What did you
I'm
say
just
about
waiting
pig?
for someone
How
to
it's called?
suggest Dan will wear a dress.
What was that about pig?
A pig-faced bassinet helmet.
I've
Honestly, have you ever actually told us that you're female?
No. Well, Gail knows that she's female. And
So-
Rowan would know that I'm a female.
Yes.
I'm sure I know.
The hair has been braided enough times.
He knows what happens under the beard.
He's not saying anything.
There was a hairdressing malfunction.
He is traumatized forever from that event.
I think being
He doesn't care
insightful,
about being naked.
I would maybe.
You guys would be pretty sure that I'm a girl. Like,
Yeah.
without asking, you might be, like, questioning it slightly.
You do some really dumb female things.
Huh?
Probably not. No.
No, she's always acted the same as any of you guys would.
You may have accidentally even walked into on her when she's gone to the toilet and she was standing.
Oh, all dwarves go to the toilet standing. Don't know what you're talking about.
Because I guess trapped in the hand just trickles down your legs anyway. That's why you're always standing above the toilet.
All you've seen is the back of Amber and her with the right hand lifting up a beard.
She just ties it around her neck.
Toss it over your shoulder.
That is not right.
Does your big hang low? Does it waggle to and fro? Can you tie it in? No, can you tie it in a bow?
Alrighty then.
Wow, how did you know that was singing?
That's a classic dwarven song.
You guys would probably assume maybe there might possibly be female.
I'm gonna head to the gardens.
I assume that your gender
Yeah, you head to
is
the gardens.
dwarf.
Yeah.
It's a safe assumption.
I feel like most of us would generally not be able to tell if there is actually female.
Rarely starts walking off, by the way.
Look, she has made hints, like she never refers to
Boris,
herself as a male.
We'll meet back at the tavern.
Can you organise some clothing?
Clothing?
Yes.
Of course.
You know the type that we'd need.
Yes, Rowan, by the way, there's
Yes?
some gardens you might like to see.
Really?
Yes, really.
Bye guys! I jump on the cart. Whoosh. Let's go.
Are we still
No,
all in the
don't-
cart, or?
Don't take the cart, we'll travel on foot.
Oh, but it's new.
But the others will need it.
And the streets are narrow.
Okay. I mean, you drive.
Fine.
I just rains. He's been drinking. I don't care. And I go with you.
Don't drink and ride.
Do you want to have an
I feel-
interaction for it, or can I just say I picked up some relatively simple beggar costumes? Sort
Yeah,
of?
let's pick up some simple ones.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then in that case I'm going to head to the gardens.
Yep.
And a large cloak with a hood.
Huh?
And a large cloak with a hood.
Yes, and a large cloak with a hood. In fact, it's probably already in my gear.
Just chuck. You probably have to get something bigger for him. So just chuck a few extra gold pieces in for
If you
some
can
I got my
find
gold.
any old
Yeah.
Breton uniforms,
So I have no money.
Not bad plan.
oh, good
Okay.
plan.
Good plan?
Divert
Yeah, I know
attention
that.
away
Yeah.
from us and
Um,
start the
I've
fermenting
got like 72
revolution.
silver.
How much?
72 silver.
Say it'll be like 6 silver worth of stuff.
Okay, cool. Checks. Okay, cool. No issues. Alright, so I head to the gardens and head into the center of the gardens. Do I see anyone out training?
Do you remember the description?
It's big and gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I know this was here?
Well, I didn't tell you.
I turned into a squirrel and just climb a tree.
And we've lost him.
I just pictured, like, instead of dropping down by gravity, you just, like, condense up and move sideways through the air.
And you hear
Like
this.
Looney Tunes
You
style.
hear this. Choo!
Like,
There's a cloud in
Yeah,
the
it's a
shape
cloud.
of
That's
him.
right.
Mhm. it's just me as a squirrel, like jumping from tree branch branch to branch.
So is it like Botanic Gardens sort of feel?
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah, okay. So there's some interesting plants as well. Okay.
Currently, I feel like we're in the middle of a cattle yard or something.
Just don't have. Shut up.
You don't have
So
So what happens when you all split up?
the serene garden.
So I'm going to head down the stairs into
Forest
the
glade.
dormitories, and I assume I've probably left a few light pieces of clothing and stuff down there if I've been staying in that area.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
So I'm just going to start picking all of that up and saying goodbye to some of the
Denizens.
younger monks.
Okay. Yeah, so say goodbye to some of the other monks
Yeah.
you managed to sort of talk to. Yeah.
And I'm going to look for the master.
Alright, look for the master. He's not hard to find, you know where to find him most of the
What
time.
was his name again?
Really?
Just call him. Just
Monkey
Call
artsy.
him, just call him Adam.
Oh, Piazza.
Just call him Adam.
Vivian Beluis. Beluis.
Elvis.
And that's a guy's name.
Yes.
Vivian.
Vivian is
Like
the
from the
guy's
young ones.
Wayne Harris.
It's like Michelle, that's a guy's name.
And during your time there is another one that you would have talked to a lot.
So it's
Shen Li Doc.
Shenli Doc.
Shen Li Doc.
Shenli Doc.
Doc.
Shenley Dog.
Shenli Doc.
He is very where Master Vivian is still Breton and French, that background. Shen Li Doc is definitely from Karasu.
From Boroshan.
Boshadan.
Boshadan.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Boroshan.
So I assume I'm going to walk through to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do I encounter first?
How much rice do you have?
Vivian.
Vivian, hello. I'm about to leave the town, but
Your training is not complete.
I understand that. Will I be able to return at some point to continue?
You can, of course, return and continue your training, but I am not convinced you have fully understood the way that we are. You seem to have your old self in you still.
I sit down slowly on the floor in front of him. How?
I know you take things.
That is true, Master.
Why do you need these things?
The world is rough. The more things you have, the more likely you are to survive.
They are distractions for your mind.
I consider it for a moment. Fine. And I pull pretty much a month's worth of pilfering out of the
A huge pocket of shiny things.
yeah, just basically like an actual dragon's hoard out of the
Yeah, you
bag
gotta
of holding and just start dumping it in front of him.
stop. You don't need to give me all of the things you have taken.
What should I do with them?
Give them back to those who took them from.
Fine. And I get up and start taking them back.
You still don't listen, do you?
What do you mean? You said to give them back. I'm giving them back.
It is not so much about being told what to do. It is about knowing what to do in the first place. If you knew what you were doing in the first place, you would not steal these things and have a hoard of them in your bag. Perhaps you may take something at the immediate time that you need to solve a particular problem, but you have just hoarded. But it's not even that. It is the old you that does this.
What would you suggest I do?
I would not suggest anything.
Okay. For the first time ever, Rayleigh is standing there looking slightly ashamed, and he's just looking at all the shit that he's got.
You come here to talk to us to learn of our ways. You have seen we do not have anything here other than the clothes on our back and the teachings that we are taught. Mind and balance is very important in learning the way of the monk. If one is distracted from thievery or other such vices, it distracts them from achieving the balance of the mind.
I think I understand.
Then when you come back, we shall see if it has.
That's fair.
I would speak to Shen if I were you. He is interested in your continuation of your work.
Oh? I shall see him. Do you know where he is at the moment?
He'll be in his room.
Do I know roughly where that is? Yeah, okay. Thank you, Master. And I, lower my head softly or bow or shake hands or whatever the tradition of this particular monk
You
order
bow,
is.
yeah.
Okay, bow. And start heading towards Shen's
It's not like a
room.
deep house, it's like a...
Yep. Nod head.
Yep.
And then start heading towards Shen's room.
You open up the room, and a dagger flies out at you and hits you.
In the head.
Roll a d10.
10.
Even though you don't actually have this ability yet. Just 1. You know this has been part of your training, and this is something that happens every once in a while.
Yeah.
So you're kind of a little bit used to it happening to a certain degree. You try and capture the dagger as it comes flying at you.
But instead shred my hand.
A little bit. Like you capture it, but it slices your hand at the same time as you captured it. Not bad.
It's slow. And I toss it back to him softly, like underarm. Shen, I was told to speak to you.
Your training goes well.
Oh? The master seemed to think not.
The master does not know everything.
I see.
One does not learn the monk way to train the one way.
What is your way, Shen?
I like to think a direct approach will do what you need to do. Quick, fast, precision.
That makes sense to me.
That is why I've liked you, my friend.
Why did you want to speak to me anyway?
I had a feeling you have not going to stay forever.
No. Unfortunately, I must move on now.
And that is what I surmised.
But why does that give you reason to speak to me?
For I shall come with you.
Oh? Why?
Your training is not complete.
Yes, but I cannot help but feel you have some agenda here, Shay.
We all have agendas.
Just pause for a second and just think, and then basically just honestly tell him. The cult of Xenophalt has been importing herbs into this area. We are to ambush a caravan and attempt to understand where these herbs are coming from. I believe it could harm a great number of people if they were able to continue to do so. My party is out to stop them.
Good. Then we do it together.
But this is not the monk way.
But it is a problem that must be solved.
That is true.
And it must be solved in whatever way. Preserve the nature of things.
True. That is my thoughts also.
Then I shall join you. And make sure that your travels and your teachings are continued.
I cannot argue with that, Shen. Fine. Come along. However, the others may not take so kindly to it.
I will be a cart hand.
Fair.
They don't even need to know I'm even there. Well, part of it anyway.
What's a cart hand?
A hand that helps with the cart or the horses or something like that.
Yeah, cool.
You know, like a stable hand?
Yeah.
But not in a stable, but with a cart.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Sorry, guys.
It's alright, it's where we live.
Ah,
My mercy.
Just gone, cheese, cheese.
First, I
Cheese,
must
Gromit.
find a squirrel.
Cheese, please.
a squirrel?
Yes, I'm travelling with a druid and he has probably lost somewhere in the gardens above.
That's what I
You'll never find them.
want. Yeah, you never find it.
And then you find him like trying to dig a hole into Vivian's hair.
Yeah.
No, actually, I've got a plan for exactly what our like encountering each other again is. Like, so the monk place is like one Like, it's like
So it's
under the
like-
garden?
It's like a gazebo with no top or roof, just the pillars, and then the stairs down
Okay.
on all four sides, I think.
There's a slight, so it's like a gazebo, so it's got that slight rise. There's little stairs going up into the rise, but it's also at each end, because it's more of a rectangle more than a hexagon or anything like that. His stairs also going underneath him.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
like the channels to stop them flooding up.
Yeah.
once you walk out and are clear of the gazebo, you would feel like a squirrel drop onto your shoulder from above. Like, scurry down your person and spit at
As
least.
soon as you drop onto his shoulder, I'm cracking the jokes here. Come on.
Get Shen
Someone's a bit slow.
I can't even talk. It's like slow. Don't even give me a chance.
Just trying to find some notes.
A little white mouse comes out from the other side, pulls out a dagger.
Yes! Oh, I got my money
That's
on
card.
the druid.
Oh, okay. I produce one of the 5 acorns currently occupying my cheeks and just toss it at them.
Can I stop this? I immediately.
It's like
grab-
this big chin in the way, and you feel this acorn just go.
I just pick you up by like the scruff of the neck, turn back.
Spit acorns at his face.
I turn back, but if you're holding me, it's gonna be like.
No, it would immediately be ripped out of a pitch. So
I turn back and I'm all like.
still full of acorns.
I just spit 4 acorns into my hand and I'm like, I'm sorry.
It's alright. Don't bother Khan, please.
Okay. I'll put like the acorns in my pocket.
Yeah. And I like let Khan run onto my hand and pass him over to you. Because I know you like animals.
Does he treat you okay?
I'll
Yeah, you can have a conversation.
I'll ask Khan how he is.
Well, I've never actually heard his accent, so this is going to be interesting.
And you never will, because you can't understand it.
Exactly.
I mean, out of character.
Yeah.
No one's actually attempted to speak to it.
That's just me.
Most of the time I forget his name.
Und ja, my name is Khan.
Schuldigung!
I'm from Deutschland, yeah.
Yeah. Squeak, squeak, yeah.
No, not making those jokes.
Squeak and squeak.
Squeakity squeak.
How do you feel about him?
Squeakity squeak, yeah.
Und ja.
Und ja, hot tub.
Und ja, hot tub.
Would you like
Hot tub.
Would you like a good berry?
German sparkle party.
Yes! Do you like to dance?
You like that? But.
I offer Khan a good berry.
That's a very good question someone just asked in the chat. What's the alignment of the party? Don't go there.
Fucked.
We generally hang a little to the left.
Yeah.
No, I think we're mostly good intentioned
We're mostly good
with
at
evil
neutral
actions.
characters.
We're neutral stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Chaotic neutral for most
Yes.
of us.
I give Khan a good berry.
No, I'm lawful neutral.
I'm good.
I'm
Good berry, yeah.
I'm definitely lawful neutral.
Yeah, my character.
I'll follow the laws.
That's not the hand gesture
Yeah.
you normally use for a
Same
good
with Emma.
berry.
She follows her own very set of ideals.
Oh boy. Shen, Rowan, Shen.
Hi.
Yeah.
No, I was
Oh, Shane.
I
Yeah.
say,
I am well travelled.
I say hi to Shen first in mouse and then in common.
How are you?
Fine.
Are we stunned to
I-
memorize it?
Slowly turn to Shen and just says, he has trouble with people.
Understood.
I hand Khan back.
Thank you. Just let him run along my arms.
Don't let me in the soda.
You should
Don't
fix.
put me in the soda.
You should fix the
No, that's
hole
not
in
a
your
sword,
pocket.
that's his armpit.
I said the soda.
You should fix the hole in your pocket.
Which hole?
I point to a pocket that looks perfectly intact.
And I put my hand in it. Does it have a hole?
No.
What are you talking about?
It's fine. Walk off.
No idea.
I'm being weird.
Yes.
Don't judge me.
How to confuse an idiot? You should fix the hole in your pocket.
People are being so mean.
People are being so
I
mean to the
swear,
mass
but you just
murderer.
want me to kill them.
I bought the party a car. Come on.
No, I believe you mean a crime mobile.
So, I've picked up clothes and stuff
Get
and all
away
of that,
vehicle.
so I'll start heading back towards
Get away
where
vehicle.
I think the car will be. And meanwhile, I'm just
If it
discussing
wasn't
with
licensed,
Shen
we should have
like the
Red Dead
finer
Redemption
points
soundtrack.
of particular martial arts and styles and stuff like that.
Distraction leads to
GTA
operations
5
of
soundtrack?
massed force
Or GTA
at the
soundtrack?
right particular amount of time.
I understand this, but why don't you
Played on Hooty Goody.
apply something other than force, like traps and items like that? A bit of subterfuge on the side can also result in attacks from different directions.
It can. You're very astute.
I just keep going on like that.
I would like to get a hurdy-gurdy to play it.
Alright, so you must make your way back to the cart eventually. It's not too far. You can kind of follow the trumpet of the elephant.
Oh, it's attached to the cart. It's not just me.
Oh, you do. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
I
It's me
can
casting the
try
spell.
and do the best with prestidigitation.
Go for it.
It's got like, you can make some notes.
Yeah.
No, like
Major
No, you
go for it.
No, you can use major illusion and it'll sound perfectly.
I don't
For
have
about-
spell
for about-
slots left.
Or about, yeah, for
I
about
had
20
2
feet
per
too.
day.
It's only 20 feet.
So you can only hear it within that 20 feet.
No, it's
I
the
thought you
object
made the
itself, but it
sound
makes-
must
yeah.
be in that 20
It's
feet.
got an area effect of 20 feet, and that's essentially what the illusion works in.
Maybe, oh yeah.
So the sound itself is only hearable within
I
that
didn't
20
even know
feet. And
major
you can make it
illusion could
sound
actually
from
do sound.
anywhere within that 20 feet. Cool.
Minor
It
illusion
does.
can make sound as well.
So yeah, major
It's a
illusion.
3rd level spell, so
Yeah, so with
colours
major illusion,
and
it's
vocal.
either sound or image, not both.
No, it is.
Oh really? Is
And
it light?
temperature.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
weight.
yeah. It's actually got some really cool stuff in
Ooh,
it.
that's
That's an illusion, man. It's going to be complete. Otherwise, people
Yeah.
just. It's not a real elephant.
Ooh, I got
can't hear
minor
it.
and major confused then. Ooh, that's
So
nice.
you, Mick, try and sound like an elephant.
Minor is a lesser version of major. It's
Elephant.
So it's not quite right.
Oh, it's not even close.
It's actually just a camel going.
Pretty much.
A dying camel.
The sound of a dying giraffe. South Park.
Good grief.
Man, bad pig.
As we sort of get there, I wave, and I assume there's some. Who would I run into out of you guys first?
Well, pretty much they're all there, aren't they? At the, with the
I'm
caravan.
just driving.
I'm probably just sitting outside tinkering with my
I'm probably
Hurdy-gurdy.
just sitting on the pig.
Yeah,
Shen,
you're sitting on the pig.
This is my group.
I'll
My
be-
group. This is Shen.
Is this associate of yours?
Yes, he'll be traveling with us for a short while.
You can vouch for him?
Hey. Yes.
I've also been trying to cast friendship on the horses.
Does that work?
Just probably not.
You don't. Sure,
He emphasized
try.
trying.
Yeah. But
Trying to be friendly with them so they don't kick you in the teeth.
yeah, that sort of thing. And, like, will actually let me
Deal with them.
There's like this small moment of about a minute of them going, yeah. Then you realise you just cast friendship on me, you motherfucker.
No, that one doesn't say that they feel bad at the end of it. I'm pretty sure.
Friendship spell.
No, friendship does.
All charm spells.
Except for
normally do.
suggestion. Suggestion's the only one I think where they don't know.
Okay, because I thought it doesn't give you control, it just gives you a... Okay, yep.
Yeah,
Oh no, yeah,
I-
we've been playing that it does, yeah.
Whoops. Whoops. Now the horses hate me.
I don't have enough beds.
Yeah, it's more of a case of they don't really.
In the
really
car.
affect
Yeah.
I don't have enough beds.
It's fine, I'll sleep outside.
Okay.
I can travel on foot myself. I will keep pace.
Okay.
Can you swim?
Actually, he probably A high level monk
You
can
can't.
move faster than the horses.
Can you swim as fast as the cart can travel on water?
Yes.
In fact, he would probably travel. A high level monk would probably
I
travel.
would have to
double
be
the speed
slower
of the
than
cart.
normal.
Is he a drunken monk?
You don't know.
Oh, okay.
Surely if he's been there for a while, he could tell if he's a drunken monk.
I said I would have to be sober.
No. I would have to-
Sorry.
I would
Friends
have
is
to
actually
slow
worse.
down.
They actually become actively hostile towards you afterwards.
Oh, okay.
And if they are
The
prone
horse
to
attack.
violence, they may attack you at the DM's discretion. So they will attack you.
So,
Horse kicks him in the
He's
face.
got like his big
Bridges
horse
burnt.
I just got these horses.
That's fine, you feed them from now.
I was about to say, have we got supplies for the horses, but I have good berries, so yes.
There is a lot of low hit scores in this party. And I don't mean the characters.
There's a lot of
Low intelligence scores.
Low intelligence scores in the
I mean, I'm
party.
pretty sure
No,
intelligence is my jump stat.
No,
No,
we're
wisdom.
all really
It's
smart.
wisdom for us too.
That really hurts.
No, I think
No, it's okay. I know I'm stupid.
What's a
That
card
hurts
here?
here.
What's a
A
card here?
little here.
What's a card here?
Quite a bit here.
well, in Amir's defense, he's still drunk. So that's why he's doing stupid shit.
So, shall we?
I am eyeing this monk, your friend.
Yeah.
That's fine, I've already ignored you.
I was basically sitting,
You
like
were
leaning against the back of the
interacting.
car,
It does just say
sharpening
one
the
creature
short
as
sword
well.
that I bought.
It does say one creature, so not one humanoid.
Your friends are very paranoid. I thought that was your trait. Is it just passed on?
We have lost a party member previously.
What
We have
happened?
been attacked many times.
We've got a bag of ash.
Yolan! The bag.
We've got a
Which
bag
one?
of ash.
Ash.
We've got a bag of ash.
We're,
Oh,
who's
yeah.
we're
inside?
paying so much respect to him that we won't even mention his name. Because we can't remember.
And guess who's inside it? Because we don't know.
And I basically just turned.
Even though he's actually told you.
Yeah,
Several times.
several times.
That was a teeth.
It was Eric, wasn't it?
You're on.
Urine.
Urine.
Eric,
Just
wasn't
remember, urine.
Urine.
Yeah, I remember.
Urine. Urine.
I actually think it was Euron Greyjoy instead of Theron.
You're on. It's a fine name.
Your friend, he works with a certain grace I have seen before.
That I do.
I do not think he's
So why
the
do you wish to
content
travel
that
with
he
us?
appears.
I want to accompany Rayleigh on these travels to make sure that,
He does not stray from the path.
yes.
Please.
Oh,
I
he's
vouch
found
for
a
it.
boyfriend. Congratulations.
I immediately spin out a knife.
Congratulations!
And just, yeah, immediately spin
Really?
out a knife and then put it away.
I'm so happy for you two.
Thank you, Rowan.
No.
Just like rubbing my forehead, just like, oh.
I can just see that he's now making up a double wide hammock with a little curtain around it.
I just go, yes, Rowan.
No, Rowan, no. Just no.
Apologies.
It's in the notes.
So I have been informed that you want to waylay a caravan.
Who would have told you such a thing like that?
Me.
That's an interesting choice of words.
Who would have taught you something?
What are you informed as to why?
Yes, they're backing track. It's actually not combat. It's supposed to represent smithing
Yeah,
background.
it's a blacksmith.
Blacksmith.
Yes, I've told him everything.
You must trust him a lot.
Hey, I've spent a month with the man.
Okay, Rowan,
Better
maybe
get-
it is.
Better get that.
Oh yes, you probably did some of that
So how did you two meet?
in a
Alright,
dark room.
can we move on now? 'Cause there's no way I can't dig the whole deeper.
And that's
Oh
why
yes, there is.
How deep are you deep?
How deep was this hole?
How deep is your love? How deep is your love?
I ship it.
Really?
Ship it.
Because we're swimming in a world of
And then it's got a curve. Yeah, yeah.
breaking a spell.
Okay.
Oh, we can have our musical episode for the 6-month anniversary.
I hate you guys. So I'm just gonna get on the thing and start continuing plaiting my leather. And before anyone makes a bondage joke, yes, leather.
This is not latex.
So I'm just gonna continue plaiting that.
Yeah.
So, is everybody prepared to go?
I guess so.
We have my pig, I have my saddlebags
Do you know roughly where it'll be?
on the road.
We only have some
road
of the information.
The caravan is on the road again.
Are there any windows on the side of the caravan at all? Like any latches or hatches or anything?
Yeah, there will be.
Yeah,
Small
yeah.
ones, but yeah.
I see.
Would
I'm going to set up a little pintle mount thing for my crossbow to sit in one of those windows on either
Oh,
side.
it's every telescope.
That too. It's going to be interchangeable.
Oh, good. Give me more reason to destroy the caravan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, one fireball is going to be in trouble.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I will have to eventually flameproof this thing. For
over the
reasons.
last
Protection from
month, at
elements.
some point, I would have
Protection
visited
from me.
the alchemist
Yep.
for my own personal reason and whatnot. Would I have found out information from them at all about?
No, the information's been really
Scattered.
yeah.
Just comings and goings of unusual
Yeah.
alchemists or druids. Probably not.
Comings and goings of strange materials in strange quantities.
Well, if you're looking at like what strange people are operating in town, a lot of the rumors are probably going to be about us.
Yeah.
Or the underworld.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
oh, here's a question. That plant I seeded in the sewers, in the month it's been growing, how's it been?
There's a tree now in the centre of town.
Wait, which plant did you see? Was that in the shit pile?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, there's a bit of a growth there, and now it's constantly has to be hacked back just to sort of keep it at bay.
Just so the shit must flow.
There's been lots of shit typing mushrooms.
As long as it's alive still.
Yep.
I'll also make sure I'll write some instructions for the Breton students
Yep.
about contacting their patron and finding their path,
Yep.
sort of thing. Which probably would have been the same thing. Did you actually take a level of warlock, or are you taking a level of sorcerer?
I've taken the level of bard.
Level of bard. Oh, okay. Yeah.
His instrument.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why he's playing the hurdy-gurdy.
Why didn't you guys catch on to that?
I also said to him that I could give him inspiration, but he
Didn't get it.
No, I did, but I just didn't click it.
So,
I've gone back to the blacksmith to explain that I'm going to have to
Yep.
go away for a time.
Yep, and
And
I
go back
assume
to the
you're
tavern and go
basically-
pick up my armor and
Yep.
everything.
So you're picking up all of your stuff, going back to talking to your people that you need to talk to, tell them you're heading off for a bit, and you'll be back.
And have
Sometime?
one hell of a good meal, a big
Yep.
banquetous dinner.
Yep.
Oh,
I assume you
good
basically,
idea. I go for a swim in my pool in the back of the tavern.
of all the time you guys have spent in town, going from place to place, talking to whoever you need
You
to
call
talk
it a
to and whatnot,
bathtub. I call it
it's
a pool.
now the evening and you decide to have a good meal before you head off in the morning, essentially. You have another night's sleep, get yourselves
As much
well
as
rested
they
as you
are
can.
great, eating berries every day is tiresome.
it's great if you're cold.
I also go grab like a big like sack of jerky
Yep.
because I'm not just eating good berries.
Yeah. Yes,
I need
understandable.
meat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just knock
call
some,
back.
like $5 off each for some extra travel stuff, like
Alright.
the jerky and stuff like
Can't, so I'm going to be mooching off everyone else.
that. Okay. Eat moochie.
A
got
big
party
jar of pickled onions.
Yeah.
Just to stink up the place.
Yeah.
I'm going to take
Oh yes, it'll be. We
And
need
some
I
steamed
will
dim sums.
give, I will
I've
give you
taken
good
off,
berries
25
well,
gold,
once a
because that's
day.
the equivalent
That's
of a loot,
fine.
which is
I don't really
basically
particularly
the same
Yeah.
thing.
require any
Possibly a
other
little bit
food.
more because
Exactly, 'cause
That and a big jug of water.
25.
So how
Yeah,
many
that's
days of
fine.
rations
That's all I
do
need.
you
I've got a fine
Um,
wine on me already.
Depending on
Let's
you,
actually have some wine.
at this present moment in time,
Wine.
at this present moment in time, as far as I know, you guys are just going out, travelling out a day or two or
What do you
something.
need wine for?
Excuse me, like that, out on the road, then to find a caravan of some type to waylay. You haven't actually made any plans to travel anywhere at this present moment in time. Is that correct?
I thought we'd try and intercept the caravan on the way to Mousillon.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that's what we were
Okay, so you
Really?
are going to do
Right.
a travel to Mousillon and do the intercept on the way.
Yeah.
You still have us. Come on. Have you
Okay.
found
Well,
For all
whatever we
intents-
think will work best.
For all intents and purposes,
No.
because of the composition
I'm
of the
not
party,
full
you
of
realistically
you.
don't need to buy any food. It's more if you want to buy extra bits and pieces, like some more jerky, a large jar of pickled onions, or any other bits and pieces. Like, so I'm saying when...
have alcohol on me, I'm fine.
Yeah, so when I'm saying about 5 gold pieces worth of stuff, it's just like all your personal little bits of extras here and there.
Yeah.
Like if it's me, see.
Like if someone wants to say, I've got a whole heap of bacon and stuff like that, chuck some money in and you got some.
Yeah, I
bacon.
would have replenished my crossbow bolts and stuff like that.
Yeah, all that type of stuff. So just some general 5 gold worth of stuff, without going into the nitty gritty of how much you actually spent, because who gives a shit.
Alright, in the morning, because I assume we're in the morning now, I'm going to chuck each of you your beggar clothes. Rowan,
Yeah?
you're going to hate me.
Am I?
We can't take the caravan for this.
What?
If we're going undercover as beggars to
No.
rob another caravan,
No, we can. Just park it off the side of the road somewhere.
Yes, we set up camp.
there's the highwayman, yeah?
It's sort of what we do. I'm not sure if you've noticed.
I'm going to cast Disguise Self as well to make myself not look like an Azuma.
It's a pity.
Because it's kind of a giveaway.
Okay, you've only can disguise yourself for an hour.
Yes, I know. So I'm
Yeah,
just
but once
gonna-
you do the actual thing.
Okay,
That's what
let's not worry about that particular aspect of it. I know what you're doing in general.
Yeah.
That can be next game.
Okay, we get in the cart
Get
or
in the
the
cart,
pig, we
on
go
your
down
pig,
the
or
road,
whatever, or
we
you
set
walk
up
in
camp
the
in the woods somewhere.
Yep, let's do that.
No.
No?
We've got to get
That's
there
way
first.
too fast forward. That.
Yeah,
That's
we've got to
way
get to
too
the
fast
place
forward.
first.
Okay. We aim to leave the town and
Yes.
set up a camp in
Yes.
the woods somewhere.
Thank you.
Yep, so
Alright.
start going.
So you guys got to head out to the west gate.
Whiskey. Is there a freeway out there?
Yes,
Is there a
Westgate.
big bridge?
Is there a giant bridge?
Which
Anything
never
to the
works
east.
well.
Yeah.
Land
That's
to the
right. No,
west.
you're right. It's westgate. Yes.
The cart traffic is terrible.
Yes. And as soon as you come out of the west gate with your caravan and your boar and stuff like that, you notice that on the outside here is a large stock area with a whole heap of other caravans and stuff like that. What this place is, from what you're gathering, there's actually other wagons that are coming in. There's a whole heap of wagons, flatbeds, small wagons, big wagons, trains, groups and stuff like that. And you see a familiar face. How you going, fellas? This time you see him fully decked out with 2 pistols in holsters at his side.
Bonjour, mon ami.
Is he actually Yosemite Sam?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Rootin' tootin'.
Rootin', tootin', shooting.
You're heavily armed, friend.
Well, my friend, this is a caravan traveling time, and I'm heading out to the west.
I see. How come?
I hear it's
Wild
wild.
West.
Well, basically, it's business, my friend. Traveling out with the caravans, getting paid for some guard duty.
Guard duty.
Yeah. There's a group coming out later on today. In fact, we're probably about half an hour away from leaving this place.
Half an hour from leaving,
Here.
and they're heading west.
Yeah.
Oh.
We travel in large groups. There's a large sort of wagons of different groups of different people because safety in numbers.
Safety from what?
Well, all the bandits in the road. Mousillon. Don't say that one too loud.
He says in his loud American accent.
Mousillon, do they not own these lands? Why would you need protection from them?
You're not from around here, are you?
Yeah? I'm from southern Kachireth.
I'm pretty sure I've been through Southern Catrifath as well.
What?
Cantrafath.
I'm pretty sure I have to need guard duty for that one as well. It's no
It's
such.
fine. He does not speak foreign.
He doesn't speak foreign. I'm pretty sure if I go to any part of this particular world, I always need guards and guard duty. There's never such thing as an absolute safe place.
That's fair. We're our own guard, however. I hope you have a good day anyway.
Well, we're traveling out, and you're more than welcome to You're more than welcome to wait for a little moment to travel with the rest of us. Perhaps you can get some extra money out of it from helping travel with this
They'll
group.
pay us. They'll pay us.
You want money?
Big gods.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
I
like,
mean, you want
have you
money.
checked your funds recently?
I have what I need to travel at the moment.
All of us are a bit low on
But what if
funds.
we need to go in a different direction?
So there's
At
fancy
that point,
weapons.
we'll-
Well, as far as I know, you can pay certain amounts per day. It's not actually like a fixed amount. And at some point in time, it's about getting yourself a reputation amongst these folk here.
I go back into the caravan and I start donning all of my armor so I can look as impressive as possible.
Done.
So
I always
basically,
wear my
all my armor, swords, shield.
Head back
Oh, none
into
of
the
it.
caravan as well. Does this really help what we are trying to do?
If they're going in the same direction, we might as well earn some coin for it.
It's a good cover.
And it's a cover for us to be traveling.
We are trying to ambush caravans, and now we are guarding caravans?
Exactly,
Wait.
they'll never suspect us.
Not only that,
can
we
do it
can
at
be
night.
looking at what they're transporting.
But
While
they're
we're
heading in
with
the wrong direction. We want one's coming.
They
one's
could
coming
possibly
up.
know something about the caravans.
Wait,
That
they
we are
heading
looking
towards
for.
Mousillon?
Yes, they're heading towards Mousillon.
So ask them, otherwise this is a waste of time.
But we would need to garner their friendship and move amongst them first.
We need to earn their
Move
respect.
amongst them.
How long would it be to travel to the Black City?
my son.
It's gonna take. It's gonna
That's
take a
what I
month,
actually learned from you.
depending on
Don,
what's
so,
going on.
No
Yeah.
Warlockish.
Yes.
So there's a
Your own path.
month or two travel between here and the Black City.
Month.
That's not bad.
Fine.
It's extremely reasonable.
That gives us 4 weeks to ambush
Probably.
anybody.
It all depends on where he leads us on the way, because it is a bit of a travel. Sometimes it could be 3 months if the weather's not going in and out pretty fast.
There's
Or if
also
you're an
nothing
army.
saying that we can't
Sorry?
Or
divert
if you're
from
an
them at
army.
any point.
Or if we're an army, yeah. We do travel a little bit faster because we're not quite an army here, but we found that, yeah, safety numbers, and yeah, you can probably get yourself a bit of extra money. I've seen you guys around and seen the work you do, and you're an impressive lot. I reckon most of the caravan guards here, while they might not pay much individually, as a group of people, they'll actually put some coin in your purse.
Fine. Let's do it then.
Well, how damn. I'll push you on to a couple of people to talk to and make some negotiations, and then we head out, and we'll travel to the Black City to Mousillon. Alright. He shows you around to a few different people, and you start chatting to a few of the caravan heads. So there's like half a dozen caravan heads here.
I'll leave most of the talking to him
Yeah.
because he'll be able to get us the best price.
I'm just spinning a dagger, but I look obviously frustrated. Like I've been forced into this.
I'm basically just standing behind him, trying to like look as big as and impressive as
Yep.
possible.
Well, obviously
I'm a dwarf with a
frustrated and
giant
spinning a
Yeah.
dagger is probably the most intimidating I'll get
Fails
anyway.
a giant.
Yeah,
You've
if
got a
you stand
fancy
behind me
crossbow,
and we
and
can
someone else has got a
intimidate you,
fancy
you get
sword.
extra height, you know.
I like a fancy car.
So you talk to a whole heap of different people. They all sort of like gather together, and you become the spokesman of the group. So there's a whole heap of different. Like there's a gnome who's one of the caravans. There's a whole heap of different people, and you talk amongst them. So just give me a just general sort of charisma roll for persuasion to talk them up.
With everyone assisting.
Yeah.
Do you want me to be persuasive?
Do you want me
So I
to
get an 8.
No, you rolled a natural.
Oh no.
There's no natural.
I rolled bad too, and I still beat you there because you rolled a 1.
Can I just do it intimidate instead?
Why would you want to intimidate?
No.
Use that to assist me.
If you look
And then I get to
super
roll another die.
intimidating-
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, you
assisting
said-
him by
yeah,
looking
alright.
impressive.
I'll let you assist because you're the. Actually, no, not you.
I'm the most charismatic person here.
Yeah, except that you're also antisocial.
I've got a +2 to charisma.
Ah, okay, alright.
And
okay. Yeah, you can assist as well.
proficiency in intimidation.
I'm happy to
Yeah.
get the assist and sort of look like, with the impressiveness, trying to look impressive and stuff like that. So roll again.
I was gonna say I'll cast Bardic Inspiration.
Jesus Christ!
Actually, roll. Try
He rolls a
rolling it.
1, then he
Okay,
rolls a
stop rolling
2.
on the table. Roll on
Roll.
the mat.
There's a reason the maths are there.
There you go.
It's not much better, but it's a 6 at least.
So 6 meters to
I was gonna
what,
say I could
14?
cast Guidance and Bardic Inspiration on you.
Still a saving throw. Is it making a saving throw?
Alright.
No, I'm sure 5 gold per person per day is a good deal. We should go with that.
I say
You managed
otherwise.
to, with your roll, negotiate half a gold or 5 silver per day per person. However, it is a long, at least 30-day trip. So it's at least 15 gold, probably longer depending on how long you stick with them and stuff like
I
that.
spent more on this on wine.
That is the problem with negotiating with merchants. They negotiate for a living.
I thought
And
you were
they've been
good
doing
at
it for
this.
longer than I am.
I thought you were good at this.
That also
Put my trust
includes,
in
that's
you
on
and-
top of also, if you want it but you don't need it, is food as well. They'll cook food for you and stuff like that.
If you don't just want my amazing good berries.
Oh, that's fine. Because we can just get Riley to go dicing with the
Say
other
2
guards,
months.
and we'll make back plenty of money. You still have
It
those
could be
dice,
quicker
don't you?
depending on weather, or
Do
could be
I
longer
have
depending on
The
weather.
weighted dice? Of course.
Before we leave,
Mhm.
at some point, Amber would have gone and paid 1 more month of the membership to the.
Yep, that's fine. That's fine. Pay 2, just to be safe.
No, I already have 2 months because I bought 3 months.
Sorry?
I had purchased 3 months originally,
Oh, okay.
so I still have 2 months.
Mm.
But if
Take
we're
me
going to
back
be
up to 3.
possibly
Yeah,
next
because you're
month,
also going to realise if you decide to come back to, it's going to be another month or 2.
so I should buy 2 months.
Yes.
So you've got 4.
Yeah.
Missing.
Is this really worth it? Is this really even worth it?
Yes.
Half a silver a day? No, it's a typical.
We have
No, it's
protection
half a
too.
gold per day.
We don't need protection. A big
So it's
group
5
of
silver a
people
day.
draws
No, what it
more
was?
things.
Yeah, 5 silver a day. Yeah.
A large group may be safer in numbers, but it also draws more bandits.
If we find it is not worth it after a week out of the town, then we separate.
Fine.
What better way to get bandit disguises than killing a bunch of bandits?
I can also speak with these men and see if they've travelled far and wide. They might have heard of different anomalies that I've investigated.
And I can talk to all the horses.
You can. And there's actually, I'll put it together next week, but there's a nice little card with a few interesting little animals onto it, which we will describe next week.
Wait a sec.
What time is it now?
It's 10 to 10.
Oh, it's
And oh no.
And this is a
Yep.
good point to actually
This is
stop.
happening,
Because I
sorry, guys.
don't want to just.
Oh,
I want
know
to
what's
flesh
happening.
these characters out a bit more for you.
I know what's happening.
Are there any dragonborns or anything in the group, or
Yeah.
okay? So I won't look out of place.
No, you won't look it up.
Good.
No. There's a couple of others.
There's no looking, so.
Yeah, there's a mix of things. I said that one of them, like a gnome tinkerer, he's got a caravan going by himself. Yes.
Monks.
So we have a
you guys are the
Tinker Tailor
monks.
Soldier Spy?
Sorry?
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy?
Yeah, pretty much.
Take the tail your soul swine, is it not?
So
Where
yeah,
is my senpai?
we are going to end the night on that note. I know you want to continue playing on more. I know you will love the D&D, and we most of us don't have to go to work. Well, some of us don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Some
Oh.
of us are getting really drunk tomorrow.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
getting
you
really
all.
drunk now if
You can
anyone
get
else
really
like
drunk tomorrow.
Nope.
I'm getting really drunk tomorrow once I finish work.
And I'm
Nothing's
driving.
stopping. I was gonna say, there's nothing stopping you going to work with a CD.
You got to work tomorrow, don't you?
Yeah.
No,
And the day after.
And the day after, yeah.
And the day after, and the day after, and the day after.
Uh,
Oh, so you are working New Year's?
I've got my first week off in about. Oh Jesus! Not
What,
counting.
since Jesus?
Not counting Quest.
My first day off in 2,000 years!
Not counting Quest.
And I don't even get a long
Yes.
service leave! Oh, hang on, I died for that.
I tried to get better working conditions and they bloody crucified me.
It took 3 days of negotiations before I could come back.
And we'll see all of you in hell.
It only took 4 years for us to get our new enterprise agreement.
Oh,
By that
no.
time, it was like they go for 4 years, so we basically just stalled for 4 years on and on.
Damn. Alright. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight and our rather slow D&D session.
Character development.
Character development, yay!
We also had a week off.
Thank you, Forge Phoenix, for joining us. It's the first time I've noticed you on the chat.
Hey.
I think this might be the first time they've really engaged with the chat.
That's a good point.
It's
Um,
nice.
I know a lot
to
of people
meet
sit
you.
there and listen to it and don't engage and engage.
Well, we like it when
we
people-
love you guys.
Yes.
We really appreciate it.
We do appreciate it very
I'm
much.
gonna be really soppy, but it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's really sweet.
He's actually not being condescending.
No,
I think he's lying.
Well,
Alright.
come on, roll deception. Or what?
Roll.
Inside,
You roll
inside. You
deception.
roll deception.
No.
18.
7.
You believe me, damn it. And I'm not deceiving anyway, I'm just being charismatic.
So performance.
Huh?
Good performance. I've got a +7 to performance.
So yes, it is awesome to have all the people
Yes.
No,
watching
it's
and
actually
interacting.
really cool.
And Hopefully you've been enjoying what we've been having, because we've had a lot of fun playing this game and getting input from the audience and everything else. It's been really good.
Yeah, it's been really good, yeah. And especially like the camera someone bought us last week, so we got another camera.
We
which
do
is
really appreciate that.
Oh,
absolutely
So next week we'll all be in Iron Man t-shirts, yeah?
Again,
Yes, next week we should all wear Iron Man t-shirts to honour the new camera.
Well, I
Iron
was
Man
thinking
t-shirt.
we all
Oh,
wear
not
green
those.
t-shirts and be
We should all
floating
wear Iron Man
heads.
t-shirts.
No, I was
To
planning on doing that
honour
for
Cameron
Halloween.
buying the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Skeleton face
He's
paint.
wearing an
Yeah,
Iron Man. Iron Man's his
green.
favourite Marvel
Yep.
character.
oh right, I see. Now I understand. Right.
We
now
should
I
just-
Another Marvel head.
I don't have an Iron Man t-shirt.
Well,
Well, go to Kmart. Cost you $10.
We actually watched the first movie last night.
still
so-
like this, and then suddenly start at the start of the Halloween.
Yes.
We've only got a whole year to plan it.
Subscriptions we always love.
Also, hopefully everyone who's watching is part of the Facebook group for announcements
Yep.
and such.
you also have an Instagram now.
Yeah. I've also got a couple of ideas for some feedback we can get from the audience and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Some
And next year,
suggestions and stuff.
Next
Oh,
week.
t-shirt ideas.
next year
yeah.
being next week,
Jesus.
I am going to probably put a slow burner competition together.
I thought you were going to say slow bit of dinner.
Yeah, slow burner for dinner is not bad either.
Oh.
So the idea is that I've got to chase it up because I think I'm getting another player's handbook and I don't need to. So one of the things I want to do is going to put this player's handbook into a pot, and then every once in a while, depending on the numbers, and
We'll
stuff
rip
like that,
out a page.
yeah.
Who wants page 1 of Alf?
No, I'm going to add. Basically, I'm going to keep adding to it, and then once we've reached a certain amount of either numbers, depending on how the numbers will work, I've got all these formulas in my head because I'm a programmer by trade. Yeah, in a few months when we've added bits and pieces to it, hopefully I've got like a DMG and a monster manual and a dice and all other bits
We
and
can
pieces
work on
stuff like
making
that.
a
Basically, it'll be
hamper.
a full starter D&D kit.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
It's a D&D
In theory.
hamper.
A D&D hamper.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
what I
that's a
said,
good way of doing it.
hamper.
D&D hamper. Yeah.
Another thing which should be good is if, depending on how much we got from local viewers to international viewers, is digital copies of books.
Yes, that's
so
true.
that we don't
that's
have
true.
to pay for shipping.
Yes.
Well, also too, it would literally take 1,000,000 years to get to them because our mail service is over.
No, it's not that bad.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's not
It's
that
not as bad as our internet.
Look, it's not great.
Oh, that's
but
true.
we'll
Yeah, remember our postal service is faster than the internet.
Not wrong.
The pigeon test.
The pigeon
Oh,
test,
no,
yes.
Not wrong.
get- Wait, there was a pigeon?
Yes, it was a pigeon test. They basically gave
Race between broadband and a carrier pigeon with a USB stick.
yes.
Right. And the
Over
pigeon-
like 1,000 kilometers or something.
Something like
It was,
that, yeah.
ridiculous.
So it was like remote parts of Australia type thing,
Yeah.
but the pigeon was faster.
Oh, shit.
Because it moved a big chunk of data.
The problem
Because it
is
moved a big chunk of data faster than the internet.
when
did.
it suffers packet loss, it really suffers packet loss.
That's
Well-
depressing.
We just need to figure out a way as well how people can get put into the draw for it.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Subscriptions.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you actually subscribe to the channel, I'll put it all formally
We'll
together.
figure
at
it
some
out,
point.
yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
subscriptions, bits,
Bit donations.
all that type of
Chat
stuff,
interaction.
chat
I'm currently
interactions,
winning the
loyalty.
big donations.
Yeah, We-
Recurring
Forge
visits.
Phoenix loves that idea because he's sick of looking at it all on his phone.
yes,
I feel you. I feel
I
that.
feel you. Yeah,
Was
yeah.
that the trope?
See, now he's following. So yeah, spread the word. That's probably, loyalty is one of the things. So even if you
People coming back.
and chatting with us across the channel and whatnot, if we manage to get the numbers up high enough, it's going to be very hard to follow the chat. But for now, it's good we can. So yeah, we'll just add to it and go. So I'm going to create milestones based on a whole heap of different aspects. So while some people can do parts of the aspect, other people can't. So when a milestone is created,
We
that
can do
milestone then
multiple entries
adds
as
to
well. Yeah,
the
like
hamper.
I would like to
raffle
add
tickets.
one now that I'm adamant, which would be amazing and awesome.
Mhm.
If anyone can actually do what their impression of character art for these characters,
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
they'll
God,
get like
yes.
10 entries into the competition.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would
Yeah, I was
be
going to
That's
say,
a
do
good
like
idea.
raffle tickets and like if you invite a friend to subscribe or
Yeah,
watch.
exactly.
Even if
Essentially,
it's not-
anything we can track,
Even if
we will.
Yeah,
make
even
it
if it's
work.
not necessarily our characters, but previous scenes we've done,
Oh, that'd
things
be
like
good.
that.
Any fan art. I think
Basically,
would be
any
amazing.
fan art about our stuff.
a good one, I
that
think
would
about
be-
I'll put up the
that'd be
t-shirt
cool.
idea
And the
list.
t-shirt list as as
Yeah,
well.
we'll put that up because there's
on
some.
the
There's some
Facebook group.
The dolphin
some
pop.
terrifying.
Druid
No,
craft.
there's like 20 already. I've got a whole list.
Yeah, they're sitting on my desk. I found them among the
Alright,
crap
we
on the
can
floor.
go on this forever, but we will make a more formal thing following next year, hopefully.
Yeah.
Alright, for now, good night from everyone here on Sunday night. We love you all. Thank you all for joining us, and I hope you enjoy the daily stream. Hopefully the next week I'll get some of the editing done to get the actual other videos back up into Twitch, even though most of them are on Facebook. Sorry, on YouTube.
I just press end stream.
And good night.